All right, let's go, grinders. We got an early start tonight. Let's rock it. We got some new music, Gaming Grindhouse. Go.
Our button won't light up, controllers all messed
an
up.
early start.
Xbox is cooked for sure. What are we waiting for? Stuck on loading screen. No gameplay in scene. Promised it would be great. Guess it's too late. Xbox is cooked, my friend. Time for a new trend. Social media's clear. Switch to PlayStation gear. Status online, no more console crashes to the floor. Join the other side. PlayStation's where we ride. Look at the memes flying, tweets and posts ain't lying. Gamer hearts are crying, but New Horizons trying. Stuck on loading screen, no gameplay in scene. Promised it would be great, guess it's too late. Xbox is cooked, my friend. Time for a new trend. Social media's clear. Switch to PlayStation gear. Status online, no more. Console crashes to the floor. Social media's clear, switch to PlayStation gear. Station gear. Status online, no more. Console crashes to the floor. Join the other side. PlayStation's where we ride. PlayStation gear. Focus, PlayStation gear. PlayStation gear. Look at the memes flying, tweets and posts ain't lying. Gamer hearts are crying, but New Horizons trying.
All right, hit that like button. We got some more music coming your way.
Hey, 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 hey. Create a PSN name, no time to waste. Hell diverse 2, let's set the pace. No more complaining, let's bring the fire. You love the game, take it higher. Wipe off the tears, stop being weak. No more keyboard crybabies, let's speak 4090s and RGBs. As the tears fall down, my bucket get wet. Wasting your money, I bet. PSN ready, email saved and loaded. Hell diverse 2, our skills have exploded. No more complaints, stop being clowns. Creating video petitions, circus must be in town. Hey, 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 hey.
All right, let's go, grinders. We got an early start tonight. Let's rock it. We got some new.
Hiding behind Steam, feeling the heat with you and your refunds ain't that sweet. Hell divers 2, you played 50 hours, but now you're like clowns just jumping through the shower. Such petty souls acting so tough, but behind the screen you can't get enough. Claiming you're the best, but it's just a frown. Playing games with life, you're the laughing clown. Petty clowns hiding their fears. Shedding crocodile tears, but deep inside they're just pretending. Petty clowns, the fun never ended. Wipe off the tears, stop being weak. No more keyboard crybabies, let's speak 4090s and RGBs. As the tears fall down, my bucket get wet. Wasting your money, I bet. PSN ready, email saved and loaded. Hell diverse 2, our skills have exploded. No more complaints, stop being clowns. Creating video petitions, circus must be in town.
Phil Spencer's got a plan, raising prices while he can. Game Pass rolling up the dime, players gonna pay the climb. $80 billion hit, time to make the gamers split. Console lovers feeling sore, wallets crying out for more. Phil needs his money now, Game Pass gonna make us bow. Phil needs his money now, gonna milk that cash cow. Subscriptions getting high, players asking the big why. Sustaining dreams ain't cheap, in Phil's world no one's asleep. Microsoft's playbook new, old deals bid adieu. Monopoly wars they fight, keep that ecosystem tight.
It's coming.
Phil needs his money now, Game Pass gonna make us bow. Phil needs his money now, gonna make
It's coming.
that cash cow.
Great Circle is
Bitches.
this December.
On PlayStation.
25.
It's coming.
25.
It's coming.
Great Circle is
Phil needs his money now, Game Pass gonna make us bow. Phil needs his money now, gonna milk that cash cow.
It's coming. On PlayStation.
Great Circle is this
Bitches.
December. Great Circle is
Bitches.
this December. Great Circle is
Bitches.
25.
It's coming.
Phil needs his money now, Game Pass gonna make us bow. Phil needs his money now, gonna milk that cash cow. Phil Spencer's got a plan, raising prices while he can. Game Pass rolling up the dime, players gonna pay the climb. Phil needs his money now, Game Pass gonna make us bow. Phil needs his money now, gonna milk that cash cow. Phil Spencer's got a plan, raising prices while he can. Game Pass rolling up the dime, players gonna pay the climb. $80 billion hit, time to make the gamers split. Console lovers feeling sore, wallets crying out for more. Phil needs his money now, Game Pass gonna make us bow. Phil needs his money now, gonna milk that cash cow.
You heard me right? Con men, thieves, degenerates, lowlifes, thugs, criminals!
Yo, what's up, grinders? How you doing out there? Man, oh man, what a start. Yeah, we're doing a little earlier this week. You got some topics. We got a lot to talk about. So send out the messages. Let them know that the Grindhouse is open early bird special. You got an extra song. And by the way, those are gaming Grindhouse songs here. If you want to listen to all of them in a playlist and get more, day one, Ultimate Grinder is where it is. So Ultimate Grinder is what you're going to be. That tier gets it all the music. And it comes out. And then the VIPs also get theirs as well. But shout out to all the members out there. Yo, it was awesome show. I did a super late night show and went over the 12 terabyte beast arcade machine hard drive Kinhank for all the games. Everything. Every console up until 360, PS3, and check it out. So if you're a member, please go check it out. Did the stream. I know it was late, so not a lot of people got to see it on the members list, but also I have a part 2 will be coming soon after. We're going to go over the arcade versions. We did all the consoles on the last show. Now we're going to do all the arcades. So, and I got the links in the video for everybody if you wanted to buy them. It's really awesome. I've been enjoying a lot. By the way, I did get Mario Kart. That's in the arcade version. Yes, I did. Got it to work. It also has arcade games on it as well. But check out the video if you're a member. Awesome night. And just awesome. Just chilling out, playing old. And, you know, I'm telling you, the more old school games I play from my past, the more I get ticked off of what game development and what these developers think we want now. You know, it really kind of grinds my gears per se, you know, just seeing what they're doing now and what they used to do. We should get so many more games, fun games, things like that. But as you can see, we got a laundry list of items here. So So members only video, check it out. Want to do more for the members? We're just under 200. So it's awesome, you know, to have that, and I want to get more content out for the members as well. Also more emojis as we get up there to over that. I didn't know 250. I think we're 250. I don't even know what the hell. I gotta check it. I know we're up there. We're in the 200s. We're on a borderline of something. Definitely there. I gotta check it. I gotta be more accurate with my stuff. But yeah, I really think that, you know, just playing those games really makes me feel like, yo, where's the fun? Like, where is this stuff? What's up? How you doing, everybody coming on in here? Yep, that's right. We are early this evening, so hopefully get some more overseas grinders in here, so it's not super late and everybody's like, you're grinding late at night here. Nah, man. So yeah, we had a members only video because I did do a members video of the previous Ultimate console that had retro games on it. Now this one has this one. This one is a 12 terabyte hard drive that plugs into your PC, any PC, and it just has everything. So yeah, that video, check it out. The Firestick updates we got. Star Wars Outlaw reviews. I think what holds to the Ubisoft rule of the gaming grindhouse, never go full Ubisoft. Concord, we'll talk about that. It's been wild. Indiana Jones, Fable help. Oh goodness. Gamescom news. A lot of stuff came out of Gamescom post after, like, a lot of people did some interviews, the word around town and all that other stuff. So yeah, we'll talk about that. And then Avowed at 30 frames. Why not? Why not? So let's hit that like button, grinders. Let's get that grindhouse rolling, because we're gonna be rolling. I gotta make sure I got my audio tracks. Let me see if this works. I'm just doing a little audio test.
25. It's coming.
Oh yeah, it's coming. There we go. My new favorite one. There we go. We got the soundboard of everything here. The grindhouse board. I told you, the new, better, more improved grindhouse grinds board 2.0 in the house. What is this? Oh. So let's start off with just these Firestick. Shout out everybody as they're coming on in here. We got Weezy Jemiah. How you doing, man? Outlaws about to be $20 Black Friday. Dude, I think it'd be $20. Be $20 by Labor Day. Oh, shit. There we go. Terran, how you doing, man? How you doing? I'm a Rich Swag Lord. Cephalon Snow, VIP in there. Mary Wilcox, how you doing? Hope you had a great birthday. JP Loco, The Unknown, RPG 88. Richard Farmers. Tool, man. We got the tools in the house. There we go. Dan S, how you doing? VIP in the house. There we go. Leech. Weezard. Michael Meridian, how you doing, man? Terran, I said your name already. Jim D. The big D in there. I love Prawn. Oh, man, he's in the house. And then we got, who else do we have? We have Thrifty. What's up, man? How you doing? How you doing? Thrifty Curtis. How you doing? And house. Who else we got? We got J Gamer UK. What's up? How you doing? LM in the house. Big Raz. Oh, VIP in the house. And we're ready to rock as everybody comes on. And yeah, by the burning fires. We in the building. That's right. What's up, Anonymous boss? Oh, man, he wants my other favorite one. He wants the other favorite one. Where's that one?
Stop. Enough.
Oh man, that's what I've been saying as I've been scrolling through the Twitters. I just been like,
stop. Enough,
man. It has been wild. So like on the little news, why not? We got an update for those that just buy a Fire Stick. We got an update right here for they added more Fire Sticks and the Fire Cube. By the way, they added a Fire Cube. So they added the 4K Max 1 Gen stick. Phil's gonna stick it to you. So he's sticking it now with the 4K Max getting the first gen one getting one. And the Fire TV Cube, the third gen now, will also support the Xbox Cloud streaming app. Oh, damn. Somebody cut off those applause. So, yeah. For those that are playing on Fire Sticks and using the wonderful wireless streaming and Bluetooth connections, man, it is like latency on top of latency. Enjoy now older generation Fire Sticks which I think is kind of funny, because if you had a cube, which I have a cube and I have a 4K Max 1 Gen. When they made this announcement, the app wasn't on there. You could see it, but it says not compatible with your device. What a scam. Now they put it on the older ones. Oh, so Amazon got its everybody upgraded a 4K Max and a 4K second gen, but they put it on the first gen. Do you see? They put it on the older sticks now. Yo, like what the, like really? I want to know, the people really serious about this. Like, yo, they turn on their Firestick and the app is not there and it's not compatible because they have a first gen 4K Max stick, which was, that's the best Fire Stick you can have. Or the Fire Cube, which is Alexa built in. The app's not on there, but it is on the second gen versions and the second gen versions of the 4K stick. Oh, how interesting. So how many people like, oh, well, I guess I got to get the new one now. And now they put it on the old ones. Oh, man. He's even Phil Ness and Amazon and Phil Ness.
Oh, no.
Like,
We suck again.
they're going backwards. They're like, oh, we put the cloud app on the newer sticks. Go get them. No console required. And then go put it on the older sticks now. Phil Ness, man. Dude, they're going backwards. They got to saturate. Maybe you test it out. I don't know if I'm going to tell you right now, Michael Radian. I'm going to test it out. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. It's definitely.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Really, I don't give a shit. Like, we'll test it out, but like, I'm going to tell you right now, it's the xCloud is not good. Like, it is not good. There are queues to wait to play any meaningful games. Like if you want to boot up a Starfield or something like that, the games that stand out, there's a wait. Like you click on the button, it says wait. You are not like almost like a doctor's office that you watching this old ass animation that has nothing to do with Halo. They don't even make you play. They should make you play like an Xbox arcade game while you're waiting for this queue. You watch this rocket ship and the screen just loading, waiting for your queue. And then you get in the game and, please, the latency, the menu screens work. But I can't imagine on a Fire Stick. You know what's interesting is that I was messing around with Luna. And what's crazy is that Luna, first off, uses Wi-Fi connection with their Luna controller. Secondly, you could use your phone as a controller for Luna. There's some cool creative things you can do there, which that sucks too. Listen, this is the contortionist way of trying to play games. This is what I don't understand about cloud. This whole, I think the idea of cloud is better on paper than in actuality. I think the idea of people just playing on the go with this cloud type of interface, if it's not specific, it's not this one size fits all. And that's the problem with it. It's not just like, hey, we'll just take this game, spam it out there to the world, and it's going to work because cloud just happens to be there. Like I said, it's like serving hamburgers to vegans. They don't want it. You could make it as accessible as possible, but if people don't want it, they're not going to use it. And Microsoft has found that way because they've had their cloud and they saturated the market with where their games are available, and they still need to saturate more. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? They are on all their PCs, on all these cloud devices, and they still need to be marketing games and putting games on PlayStation. You mean the little old poor PlayStation needs to kind of be the last place that you're going to put your games to save the brand? Come on. Really? And what's nice about what's up, Cream? The portal, and I know news came out about the portal. Devs are kind of looking at it and seeing that stuff. And what I have to say about the portal is that it's dependent on Wi-Fi. I wouldn't be taking this thing on vacation going unless I know I got Wi-Fi where I'm going to be and decent Wi-Fi, because it's kind of a brick if you take it outside. Around the house, it's incredible. And I've used it in hotels and stuff like that, and it works. But one thing I have to say is, like, when you build the console with the ability to stream, because remember, Sony has share play built in. That's technically streaming over cloud. You know, I could send you a video and we could share play together. Like, share play, that is basically the same thing. It's the same idea. And if they have certain technology in there to allow that, and then they can make unique technology to take advantage of that kind of streaming capabilities, like you have better portal streaming, there's a better portal streaming than if you just use the app per se. And that's the benefit you get when they make the hardware. Microsoft didn't do that. Maybe that's the next thing, but Microsoft is not making specific streaming hardware. What they're trying to do is slap their shit on everything and try and make it work, just like Windows. Yeah, here's Windows. Just put it on anything that could be called a PC. So they put Windows on a portable little system. Windows is not made for a portable little system. You got to go between keyboard. You got to go between mouse. You don't have a touchpad. Oh, a pop-up comes up saying your firewall has blocked your game. Oh, log in with your PIN before you could start a game. Use a keyboard. Like, that's what you're greeted with. I'm a Legion Go. I'm greeted with a touch screen and a PIN number I have to enter in, because I'm entering into Windows, not a gaming device. Oh, and then the thing, see, that's the problem when you just slap shit on stuff. You just like slap it on and they'll figure it out. It's not a good end user experience. But when you have a system like Apple, an ecosystem where your shit just works and communicates to each other, like how the Portal just works with the PlayStation, that's the benefit of having the software and the hardware developed together to have satisfy. And then that's where the Portal seems to be working a lot better as a much more effective streaming device. But again, it's not working off these remote cloud servers that are somewhere wherever you are. This thing's working off your console, which makes it a console a necessity in there. And one of the differences with the Portal versus cloud is that the cloud is a subscription and you don't own those games. That's the problem. You don't own these games that you're playing on the Samsung deck. You're paying $20 a month to access them and play them, but you don't own those games. The difference with the Portal is that everything that you've purchased, everything that you have, the DLC, all the game library that you have, that goes with you. And on the Portal, it's all accessible. There's no separate subscription. That if you stop paying that subscription, that device becomes a dud. Now, Firestick has other purposes, obviously. But the thing is about streaming is that that app becomes a dud. If you stop subscribing, it's useless. And all the games and everything go away. The Portal doesn't require a subscription. So talking about accessibility, the Portal is the easiest accessibility because it's very easy to explain. Take your PlayStation on the go. And I don't know why Microsoft really didn't push for that at first. They did, but then they try to throw this cloud thing in there, trying to use because they had a strong arm Azure. See, if you're streaming from your Xbox, you're not using Azure servers. And guess who's upset? Who's upset if you're not using your Azure servers?
Everything that we are doing with our content, with our our
spit it out, Satya. Satya is not happy if you're not using the Azure cloud. That's the reason why they've pulled away from stream from your Xbox and play the games that you own on a phone, on a remote device. They wanted the subscription for the cloud to add to Azure utilization, Azure profitability, Azure using, and Satya wanted that. So Microsoft got away from just stream from your Xbox on the go. You can do it. Remote play, they called it. Use your cloud, use your console as a server. They stopped focusing on that, and they focus more on pay the subscription to appease Satya and the Azure cloud. And that's where they went with it. But now they added it to the old devices. So sucks for everybody who upgraded if they really cared about this. Microsoft went to probably the other devices that you probably already owned before you upgraded it. Shout out to Ron M with the 5 gifted members. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. All those new members, you could check out the members videos. Jake Gamer, Zapmondo, Niku, Yo King Zero, I'm a Switch Swag Lord. There you go. Go check out that video of some retro gaming and gaming grindhouse fireside to do more of. But yeah, so they're adding more devices. And there you go. Have access to the Xbox app. Let's see what the comments have to say about that one. Let's see how excited everybody is in the chat about this update that everybody's hyping out. Yep, Mr. Nibbleton thinks it's fire news. Wonderful. And now here we go. See, just as exactly what I'm saying, what I was saying before about the and hold on, I gotta fix my display, and hopefully this doesn't mess up things. So I gotta use the touchscreen here. Hold on. Touch it. Touch it. There we go. It should work now. There we go. Just so I could zoom in. I want to make sure I zoom in. So here we go. And this is another thing that's been lacking. When can I have access to my purchased games via Xbox Cloud? That's a problem. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Emulating, experimental cloud emulation. Dude, go get a PC, Lidor, please. But yeah, that's another thing that's been just waiting out there. Like, why can't I just access my library of the games that I own? Because not all the games that people own are accessible on the cloud. Shocker. Because they're going through Satya's Azure cloud. That's the reason why games that you own that are not in Game Pass and not on xCloud, you can't play them. What's up, Lucci Sky? And that's an issue. People just want to play what they already own. I wouldn't pay $20 a month to access stuff that I already own. But people just want that because there are games on there that are not there. They got to be greenlit for cloud. And there you go. So there you go. Like these are just, I don't understand. You know, people want a Google TV. Xbox is, yeah, I'm sure. Boosted be it, I gotta say, Firestick hooked to my projector at 150 inches. No Man's Sky was a treat. Oh, goodness gracious. And by the way, they're not streaming at 4K either. 1080p 60, they're still streaming at. No 4K. Whereas Sony's cloud streaming, where if you want to stream from the PlayStation, it's 4K and even 3D audio, but all this other stuff. Not sure, but why only the sticks? I have a Fire TV. I'm a bit confused. How's the quality of the streaming? PC games through GeForce now is pretty slick. See, GeForce lets you access that stuff. LG TVs when? Dang it, I have a second gen cube still waiting then. Chromecast, why only 4K versions when it's not 4K streaming? When smart refrigerators. Wake me up when cloud gaming can actually deliver in 4K. As of now, it's only 720p. Oh, I misspoken. It is 720p, not 1080p. So there you go. So gloriousness of streaming on a Fire Stick with added latency of a Bluetooth controller and lack of Ethernet support for the Fire Stick, and then put it on a TV at 720p. Ugh. I think Pia Molyneux has an example. Pia Molyneux has spoken on this. That does not sound like fun. A disaster, Ryan. Absolute disaster. A train wreck, Ryan. A train wreck. A disaster. A disaster. Absolute train wreck. That's what he said. Oh, man. So, yeah, that's that news. Fire sticks galore. Zippity doo-dah on that one. Now we come to one of the rules of the gaming grindhouse, and I thought it might have been a break, but man, oh man, we have a rule here at the gaming grindhouse. If you're new here, no sound. What do you mean, no sound? There it is. It's a train wreck, a disaster, Ryan. We muted him. Nah, he's back. Oh, here's another one. So, Star Wars Outlaw comes out. It didn't play. It got stuck. Pia Molyneux. Pia Molyneux overpromising and under-delivering again. Damn, Pia Molyneux. Pia Molyneux. You know, speaking about Pia Molyneux, we're going to do a little bonus topic in there. There was something that I had before we go to Ubisoft. There was a little bonus there since Peter Molyneux just reminded me. Where's that little Peter Molyneux report?
Now, whatever your name is, get ready for the big surprise.
Hey, welcome, Renee Walter. How you doing? Welcome to the Grindhouse. Yeah, Grinders, we need 199 more subscribers to get to 3,000. We're almost there. But one of the little things I saw with little Mr. Peter Molyneux is that they were questioning, like, hey, he made that game, the something of Albion. And Albion, there's no clips in it. What happened to, I see it here. I see the audio here. Oh, yeah, he's freezing. Peter Molyneux's getting stage fright. Peter Molyneux's getting stage fright. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're going to have to clip him again. Peter Molyneux has a little stage fright. But he said that he don't, like, Albion is a world. He doesn't need to trademark Fable to use that list of Albion, like the name of Albion. That was something that just came up. Legend of Albion. Let me see. It's Legend. I thought so too when they announced it. Peter Molyneux does not need Fable. Something like that. Where is it? Masters of Albion. That's what it is. Yeah. So I thought this was pretty interesting, considering we just had Peter Molyneux freeze up on us. One of the things I wanted to throw in here is a little bonus. A bonus. We got bonuses. Hit that like button, guys. We got bonuses. This is what happens when you go early. You could squeeze some bonus in here. Masters of Albion, a Fable game. So if you remember at Gamescom, Peter Molyneux came out on stage and he actually managed to get a team together and make a game before Fable does even come out. And he made Masters of Albion. Albion is the world in Fable. Is he in cahoots with Microsoft again? Did Phil tap him on the shoulder and say that we need you here?
You're my #1 customer.
Did Phil tap him on the shoulder?
About console is it's your highest value gamer. It's your person who plays the most, they buy the most.
No, he didn't. Because Peter Molyneux says Albion can't be copyrighted. To dodge Microsoft's legal complications, he just says it's the same universe. No, he's admitting that this is in the Fable universe. It's the name for England and Wales. That's how we get away with it. So Peter Molyneux flexing right now. He's not getting sued by any Microsoft there. So, Massive Albion during Gamescom opening live show, Peter Molyneux asked if it's a Fable game and if it's in the same universe. In an interview that appeared on Video Games Chronicle, Molyneux asserted that Masters of Albion shares a universe with Fable, but isn't a Fable game. Doesn't look too hot. Molyneux co-founded Fable's original developer Lionhead Studios, but left the studio in 2012, a few years before Microsoft shuttered it down in 2016. Fable is still a Microsoft property, and the Fable reboot is coming out in 2025.
It's coming.
No, I don't think it's coming. By Playground Games. It'll be a first-party Xbox, Windows, PC exclusive. For now.
Oh, PlayStation.
Great Circle is
on PlayStation Bitches? I don't know. Hey, Soundboard has a mind of its own. It talks. It talks. I have nothing to say. It may be coming to.
Oh, PlayStation.
Great Circle is
I don't know. I'm just saying.
25.
It's coming.
It's coming. I don't know. Molyneux claims that because Albion is a historical term for Great Britain, it can't be copyrighted. However, he's ultimately unsure if that reasoning will hold up in a legal dispute. Oh my goodness, Peter Molyneux.
Oh no, we suck again.
Microsoft about the Phil Spencer's like, sue his ass. Sue his ass. Dude. Peter Molyneux, he's wilding. He's not sure if that holds up in court. Yo, I could just say, like, Microsoft, be careful. Phil got to get his money. Phil needs his money. He might say, guys, yeah, this is a wash. We suck. Let's sue Peter Molyneux. Give him some money for him. Let's get some money from Peter Molyneux. Disaster. A goddamn disaster. So, reviews have dropped today. He's asking for legal trouble. Dude, nobody wants his mobile ass game. Hit that like button, grinders. We're going there. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. We're on our way to 3,000. We've got 99 more. 99. And I ain't problem. There we go. It's coming. That's right. It's coming. It's coming. And let's see. Where is this? So, yeah. So reviews for Outlaws Star Wars. And as a rule here in the Grindhouse, never go full Ubisoft. There have been occasions where we have broken that rule sometimes. Very rarely. I very rarely do that. And I can tell you right now, this game coming out now, oh man, just like Jemiah said, yo, this game is going to be, you're going to get the ultimate golden platinum edition for like $60. Right now it's probably like $150 in Ubisoft money. But if you wait for a sale, it's going to go deep sale. How deep? Deep sale. Oh, very deep sale. Never go full. Outside gaming night, never go full Ubisoft. And now this one, Star Wars from VGC, they have given it 3 stars out of 5. A 3 out of 5 stars. It's a space adventure that doesn't quite reach its potential. But here, Mr. Matty Plays did a clip, and oh, goodness gracious. He says that in his review, he says that he's a Star Wars fan. And he said, Andromeda level of motion capture. Uh-oh. Constantly forced and frustrating stealth segments without a proper mechanics to support it. Huge missed opportunity with the reputation system that's extremely easy to manipulate. And Nyx is cute and the worlds look pretty solid. And apparently there's 4 different worlds you could go to. 3 of them are explorable. 1 is just a city, from what I said. Oh man, Ubisoft, what are we doing here? I don't know what this be, but this ain't be good.
Yeah, he wouldn't, but he told me you could mod my speeder.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. I've got every part you could want. I mean, mag fins, aftermarket sensors, booster coils.
How about a hydro repulsor?
Oh. No.
You just said every part I could want.
I mean, I could slap the repulsor on there now. That's no problem, but without some good Durasteel struts, it'd shake loose in a day or 2.
Yeah, he wouldn't, but he told me you could mod my speeder.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, of course. I've got every part you
can
want.
What the hell is this?
Mag fins, aftermarket sensors, booster coils.
How about a hydro
boosters?
Oh.
Where's the lamb sauce?
You just said every part I could want.
I mean, I could slap the repulsor on there now. That's no problem, but without some good Durasteel struts, it'd shake loose in a day or 2.
Yeah, he wouldn't, but he told me you...
What the hell is this? Yikes. Ultra. Yikes. Ubisoft. We know about the Ubisoft downgrade, but Holy Spirit activate. What the hell? Is she supposed to be an alien? Is she an alien?
You're my #1 customer.
Because she looks like a freaking alien. And the way she's talking, she looks like she's speaking in an alien language. But my goodness. Like, how do we go? This is what I don't understand. How do we go from open worlds and things like Horizon and even, like, I can see clips of dialogue they were making cringe dialogue with Forspoken. But why are we going backwards? Why are we going backwards? It's not even the dialogue. Who wants to do a mission and this is the shit that you're looking at? I'm not going to click on any character to do a mission if this is what I got to look at. this weird ass mocap face robotic. What the hell?
You could mod my speeder?
What is this?
Yeah, of course. I've got every part you could want. I mean, mag fins, aftermarket sensors, booster coils.
Boosters! And then he says the AI is bad. And I'm like, oh, goodness gracious. Look at this combat. Ubisoft! How do you show a crazy demo and we get the ultimate Ubisoft downgrade? The ultimate Ubisoft downgrade. A lot of fluff. A lot of fluff. A lot of side missions that don't do anything. Typical Ubisoft open world. We'll slap this, man. You destroyed Pandora, and now you're destroying Star Wars. I don't know. Like, I understand bugs and stuff, but my goodness, this looks rough with a capital R. Rough. Rough. I don't know, man. Waleed is a game cat, specifically a white tiger with a 2.
#1 customer.
He goes, just beat Red Matter 2. Yo, Red Matter 2 is fire. That game is awesome. And RE2 and VR2, all the 2s. Full 24 rocks. Yo, man. Red Matter 2 is awesome. Peter Molyneux, JP Logo with the 5. He goes, Peter Molyneux likely owns everything but the Fable name, similar to Miyazaki, who owns all assets of Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and Elden Ring. Interesting. Yeah, they just kept the Fable name. JP Logo with the 2 again. He goes, she does look older than my 80-year-old Nana. Oh, damn. Pause on that one. But yeah, this is looking off. This is looking Ubi off. Ubi off. Never go full Ubisoft. But yeah, that is you know, his review here, not very favorable, and the reviews all day haven't been that good. I was looking forward to open world Star Wars. I'm like, oh, that would be cool. Let's do this. And then on top of that, here we go with this fiasco here again. Like, shit's like, something is off, Grinders. Something is off. Seo says AI trash. AI is trash. Something is off. Like, we have like we're having like duds, and then like, I don't know, something's off. Like, look at this. This is what Jason Schreier says. Jason Schreier goes on and says, review codes for Star Wars Outlaws went out last Monday with an embargo for this morning. Gotta wonder how that impacted the reception. Well, it boggles my mind that a company would spend 4+ years, and God knows how many millions of dollars on a game only to give reviewers 6 days. So, interesting. Let's see what this... Why is this not coming up? Here we go. I'll move this over. Says, Miss Tennis says, save your money. Patches will come. Jaffe has been, who should have been shut his mouth. Oh, something about Jaffe. Jaffe said, P.S. You want to compete with Xbox by Ubisoft? Yeah. Jaffe's wildin'. So, I don't get it. I don't understand this thing. Like, I don't understand something's going on here. And then actually responding to his where is it? Responding to his review thing. Where the hell is it? Damn, I missed it. I lost it. Hold on, I gotta find it again. Because somebody's like telling me about, like, somebody else said that too, where it was. Because somebody replied to him. I'm trying to find it here. Where the hell was it? I had it up and then it went away. But yeah, somebody was like, yeah, tell me about the review codes, like going out a week early. Like, and then here, like VGC, Eurogamer gave it 2 stars. Like, you spend all that money and all that money, you put it out. It means probably you want try to people just to play. Either it's front loaded, where you just want people to kind of play the first few hours of it and get like a feel of it and not dive in, because there's really nothing past like, you know, a 10-hour mark in the game, because that's when it just repeats itself. That could be a strategy that they used. But yeah, like VGC is like, Star Wars is a fun space adventure that doesn't quite reach its potential. On the surface, it feels a lot like Respawn's Jedi Fallen Order. It says that the game backed by a monolith publisher lets them play with the Star Wars toys. I don't think there's any lightsabers in it either. What the hell's going on? Man, yo, these fucking websites. My God, these fucking websites are just horrible. Like, who wants to click on a review anymore? Fake Man Bad Pig became a VIP grinder. Remember 9 months said he cannot wait to play Astra. We played the pack-in game so many times. Hit me with that 80 billion song. Oh, man. He wants that $80 billion. Oh, my goodness. Yo. I got you. We got a good... here we go. Yo, just because of that awesome VIP, we're going to go... We got it. Yo. He wants that $80 billion. I got to get my $80 billion song going. We got it. He wants it, baby, for the VIPs in the house. We'll get it.
Grab your controller, it's time to compete. Xbox, take your seat. We're always last in the race.
He wants that $80 billion.
Gonna spend more cash, make ourselves complete. Yeah.
That's right.
We need $80 billion. Gotta make a splash.
That leads right in.
To be relevant, we'll go all out, no holding back. Led by Fearless and Booty, we'll bring the games everywhere. No more sucking, it's time to show we care.
I got you $80 billion.
Start by bringing pen and men. Sea of Thieves, high-fi, rushing round at games. Over to PlayStation and Switch. And we will say that exclusives don't matter anymore. And then when we get Starfield ready for the pitch. Big booty Bobby and Baloo walked out with the bag, and now left with all these IPs. What the hell are we supposed to do? We need $1 billion.
We need help.
Gotta make a splash. To be relevant, we'll go all out, no holding back. Led by Fearless and Booty, we'll bring the games everywhere. No more something, it's time to show we care.
$80 billion, and they still need help. Fable, Third Kind Games, pick them up, is assisting on Fable development. Oh, man, oh, man. Like, man, more help. We got the Bootleg Avengers studio, Times Square Captain America team, working with Perfect Doc, Perfect Help. We have, I think, I think it's Eidos, isn't I think Eidos or something is helping with Fable. And now they got a third Kind Games is helping with Fable. Just throw all these studios at them. What's crazy is like, what? Like, why? Why now? You've shown the game twice. Let's see what they do here. What's Third Kind Games? Let's see what they do. They are a virtuous studio. That's what it says. And you click on their projects, and they've worked on Sea of Thieves. They have worked on Hearthstone. They have worked on Predecessor, Blanco's Block Party, and now Fable. Forza Horizon 4? Oh, so they must have worked with Playground before on Forza Horizon 4. Why not? They helped us with the car game. They could help us with Fable. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. And here they come. Look at this. Our clients. Rare, Microsoft, Amazon, Blizzard, all the quality contenders out there. All the quality gamers.
Oh, and Psychonauts 2.
Look at their clients. Look at that clientele. There's that clientele. Oh, Game Pass clientele. Amazon. Oh, shit. I gotta look it up this time. Somebody's helping them. Somebody helping them. What a client list. They got a client list of winners. Now, let me see. Fable, I got you right here. Let's see. Fable helped with, I think it's Eidos. Who was helping them? There it is. Yep. When was this? This was, yeah. So June 10th, 2024. Where the hell my thing go? There it is. There it is. Unexpected Studio confirmed to be assisting development on new Fable game. Eidos Montreal is co-developing the Fable title with Playground Games. There you bees. There it is, man. Why not? Just line them up. Line them up, right, Phil?
$80 billion, gotta make a splash. To be relevant, we'll go all out, no holding back. Led by Phil. We'll bring the games everywhere. No more sucking, it's time to show we care.
Oh, goodness gracious. There it is. Eidos Montreal co-developing. Co-developing. Just stack them up. Stack them up. There we go. Stack them up. That's it. Playground Games, developing a Fable game. Assistance from Eidos Montreal. Third Kind Games has already confirmed that they were assisting Playground with Fable, and fans eager to see what Eidos Montreal will contribute. Eidos Montreal was, there you go. So, and Eidos Montreal is part of Embrace It Group. So, there you go. And the situation seemed dire, as Embrace It conducted major layoffs at Eidos in 2022 and led to the cancellation of the new Deus Ex game. Just stack them up. Stack them up. Everybody, Microsoft needs help. They got $80 billion, but they still need the help. Help them. Help them. More Fable help. No, they're helping. That's what it says. June 2024. They're helping them. Why not? Wild. And then here's a little bonus news. We got a little bonus news here while we're on of helping studios and $80 billion. A new report claimed that Crash Bandicoot 5 was in development at Toys for Bob, who Microsoft said you could go on your own independently. And it was canceled due to Activision pulling the back on funding of single-player titles in favor of live service multiplayer titles.
Gaming.
I tell you. And speaking of multiplayer service-based titles that people seem they don't want, the reviews came out for Concord. And we're going to have a fireside chat about this one. Concord. Talking about multiplayer service games. Made by Firewalk Studios. A Sony acquired them. And not good news. Terrible news. Going for Concord. Now, the reviews came in and they were also unfavorable that showed up, that it was a very just kind of not very appealing game. So VGC gave it the same score that they actually gave Star Wars. And it's a good shooter, but divorced of the reality of a genre. And then, so this game came out for early access if you pre-ordered the Ultimate Edition on Tuesday. The same thing as WUKONG came out. And it was low. But those were pre-orders for the Ultimate Edition. Then Friday, it released. And the only numbers we can go on right now are the Steam user numbers. And it's not good. Again, this is nothing against the game's stuff, and I'm going to talk about it. But yikes upon super yikes. And that's an ultimate yikes. This game peak in 24 hours is 303. The highest peak since it launched, 697. And again, you will come back and say, oh, well, it's fun. It's fun with friends. It's a great shooter. And you're right. It is a shooter. And that's something we'll talk about as we transition into the other things. But for now, just speaking about Concord, the problem is when you have a multiplayer only game, it lives and dies by the player count. And he says Concord is lower concurrent numbers than Gollum. But see, the thing is Gollum could get away with low numbers because it is a single player game. The problem is that when you have a multiplayer game, player count is the ultimate factor, finding games early and the longevity of your game. That is the issue. So this has nothing that it is not a good shooter, that it is not competent, it doesn't look polished. It is just bad messaging, marketing, and reception. And the reception has to do with the lack of foresight from Firestick and Sony, a lack of good PR and marketing from Sony, and just not reading the room correctly. And that are ultimate travesties to a multiplayer game. Because to multiplayer game, you need to almost do more PR and crowd control to get more people to play this game, to have a healthy, large install base that you build upon. This is not good. And the worst thing is that it is going down, 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 and down. Like, it is lower than lower. Because the thing is look at these player counts. It is terribly low. They didn't even hit 1,000. Man, worst games. Redfall had more people concurrently as a multiplayer game, not a competitive shooter, than this. This is dire. Now, the PlayStation community on the consoles may have it, but if they start turning off cross-play, if you bought it on PC, you're going to be screwed. This is what happened with Gears 5. The install base dropped so much that they had to force cross-play. And it looks like that might be an update that's going to be coming to the PC version. And to all of it is to force crossplay. Because if you're on PC, you're not going to find the crowd. And it has to go with poor reading of the room. This game was doomed to begin with. As soon as they showed it with a CGI movie and then showed the gameplay, and it was like, yo, this looks like things I'm already playing. The differences didn't stand out. You're working with characters that don't have any appeal, and they are basically like, oh, are they a parody of the Guardians of the Galaxy? Because that's what it is. There's too many similarities to things that already came out, genres that already exist, and on top of it, you're asking for $40. Everything was stacked against this game in addition to that. That's the problem. And I'm going to tell you another thing that also heard it as well. Is like, I'm telling you, Helldivers 2, with that PlayStation Link stuff, the fact that that game came out and you were able to not play and link your PSN without doing it, and Sony turned it on, that left, I'm telling you, that also probably left a sour taste in people's mouth, because the thing was is that it wasn't implemented from day one. So now this whole PSN login thing, it has a bit of a egg on its face, because it was done without it. It wasn't a requirement. If Sony said it's required with every one of our games and came out the gate, that would have been better. But Sony didn't. They let them take that away and then add it on later. That does leave a sour taste. That's a little facet of it. But this game specifically, there are not only free-to-play games, but the thing is that this game did not show its differentiation very well. The marketing, the way it was shown, a title screen last year, nobody knew what it was. And then they showed a CGI and they're like, oh, we're going to have a video episode each week. It's like about characters that nobody cares about, because you didn't even show what the game is. Why do I care about the characters? The rollout completely botched. And them not focusing on differentiating themselves from what's already available. And then on top of that, slapping a $40 price point on it. It's too much. Too many things. And honestly, I played, and for me, now this is just what it is here. Let me tell you my perspective of this game. As you know, you played the beta. With some of you played the beta with me. I played the beta for both weekends. I played a lot of it. My first take of this game, and you'll see, and you go right to my streams, you could see how I've taken, how I played the game, like what was I doing with the game, and at first what I thought about it. My first thing when I played it, I did not like it at all. I immediately downloaded Overwatch to kind of compare. I'm like, wait a second, is this really that much different? Like, let me see what I'm missing out with Overwatch 2. And to kind of compare, Frogs dropped it the same day. And it wasn't until I streamed it with you guys that I understood the intricacies of it. And there was some fun parts to it. It is not a bad game. It is polished. It has good shooting mechanics. And there's something there.
Hey, what's up, grinders?
There I am. There's something there. And I played a lot of it. This is my stream. And learning about stacking the abilities, but very minor differences from what's already out there. My problem with the game is that I played 2 huge streams, almost 3 hours apiece, played a little bit on the weekend, and they gave me everything. These were open betas. This was the PSN beta, and I was able to play the whole game. All the characters, most of the maps, the game modes were there, and that is it. And that's it. And I don't have any urgency now to go back and play it. Like, I'm kind of like, I had my fill. I was like, yeah, that's enough. And to know, like, the progression system, there was no new characters, no new levels. I thought there was something here. This is what's crazy. I was saying you could even hear me during the stream here. When I go to the main menu screen, where the hell is this? When I boot it up. Is this when I boot it up here? Right here. When I go to this menu screen, I go to this Galactic Guide, which is pretty much the only thing that was blacked out during the beta, right? And I'm like, oh, that must be like some sort of, that would be great if it's sort of like a campaign, like across the galaxy type meta game, like similar to Helldivers 2. Dude, know what it is? It's a friggin' text map of the galaxy with the lore. It's basically just click on a planet and read about the lore. That's what it is. They gave us everything. There's no extra gameplay elements. They gave you everything in the beta. And if you don't like it, that's all you're getting. There's nothing new. That Galaxy Guide is a friggin' text-based encyclopedia of the galaxy and the planets. Who cares? That's the content that you don't put in? Dude, please. Very, like, just head-scratching stuff. And there's all the characters. That's everything that's there today. All those characters. That's all of them. I just don't get it. They missed the bar with this. They missed the marketing, the excitement, and the fact that they even allowed this. And this is the thing. This unnecessary, this hate, right? I'm going to tell you now, there is excessive amount of hate. Like, you say anything with this, you look at any tweets, it is people just like, game sucks, make it free. Nobody wants to play this trash. Like, it is excessive. There's extra hate for this game. I know that there's an uphill battle, you know, with all the he and hims and the hers and theys and thems. I don't know why that's in there. That's another thing that's just kind of a deterrent that people could latch on to. The gameplay is not different than anything that's out there for free. The variants, the colors of the weapons and it's just color skins. There's nothing that changes the characters around. And like I always said before, if you're gonna do something like something that's out there already, you gotta be better. You gotta be better than what's out there already. You can't come out there with less than or equal to. You gotta be better. And they didn't demonstrate that in this. They have stuff that's just like. And I don't know how long they're going to have patience with this game. I don't know. But they're just, my take on it is just there is some excessive hatred towards this game. Warranted? No, not really, but I just think it's just bad marketing and bad reading the room, and just they should have pivoted or changed something. I think that this game will probably, in order to save the install base, probably by the holiday, it will probably be in PlayStation Plus as a last-ditch effort to kind of keep that install base alive. But the problem is that when you have a multiplayer game, your install base lives and dies of the health of what the health of this game is. And when you see those kind of numbers, you could say, yo, in a week or so, am I going to be waiting in queues to find games? And then this game becomes a dud. Like, it just becomes like another delete it. It's not worth it on your device. They just misread the room. And another thing too is that it's not just from the PC that kind of is against this. It's a lot of PlayStation fans that don't want this. They wanted the Sony of innovate, lead, and do something different, do something bigger and better than what's already out there. They don't want a Sony of a copycat Sony. They don't want a Sony of this stuff. And also, the problem is that Sony's PR has been shit, honestly. Their messaging has been bad. First off, saying that they're going to release all these service games, then pulling back. This menu of service games, that is not a good start. It seems very forced and very kind of driven by whatever they see going on in the industry. I think one is enough. I think Helldivers 2 was a great success story, and I think Concord should have said, nah, dude, put it out next year. Sometime, do it another time. Let's add a campaign. Let's maybe make this, how the crew got together kind of campaign thing. Let's do something different. We had a great success with Helldivers. One service game is enough. Why are we going to put out another one? And then Fair Games was announced. Let's see what happens with that. But you don't just keep dropping service games.
Whatever your name is,
letting people
get ready
know.
for the big
Welcome,
surprise.
Picard, to the Gaming Grindhouse. Hit that subscribe button. But you don't add another service game in the same year you did Helldivers. Like, it just seems forced. It seems excessive. And PlayStation fans are voicing their opinion going, we didn't want this. And like I said, Sony PR has been shit. Because what we've heard is that, Bungie shitted up the place and canceled Factions. So people see this and go, Factions was canceled for this? Then they see the leak of Insomniac of the Spider-Man multiplayer game with all Gwen and all the different Spider-Man running around the city doing things. And they go, wait, that is not coming out and get greenlit, but this got greenlit? And then Sony being quiet, not telling us what the big first-party studios are working on, instead of just giving us this and not telling us what's next. Is this what you're relying on? Where is the big shit? Them being quiet and having these other things come out has been bad PR. It's like, this is for the shareholders. Well, guess what, Sony? Your shareholders got a kick in the nuts with this one, because they're going to be like, excuse me? You better just say, Concord who? Put it in the grave with Redfall. Dirt on the face. Take it on the chin and call it a day. This is a disaster. Because this shows, and I told you, Sony gonna fuck around and find out. Well, here's the day. And unfortunately, it is a polished game. It plays well. It has great transitions. The graphics are pretty damn good. The maps look pretty damn good. The environments, there is something there. But because Sony messed up and focused more on their shareholders and their vision of live bullshit, amidst a messaging of bad PR, Spider-Man, where's that? Factions officially canceled. In the height of all this hype of Last of Us with HBO and stuff, you gotta be a dumbass to cancel the Last of Us factions, which was owed to us from Last of Us Part 2 in 2020. And you're telling me, with the hype of the HBO show and Last of Us, who know the hell when is coming out, you don't have a friggin' multiplayer Last of Us that would have blown the fuck up. But Bungie and their piece of shit ass went in there. They can't even make their own fucking breakfast and shitted up their breakfast and said, no, too much for factions. You don't know what you're doing, Naughty Dog. We suggest this is too much for you, and stop it. Neil Druckmann wants to be fucking Steven Spielberg, and they canceled this shit. So this is the hate that's all being put on this game, because we don't want this shit. We don't want a copycat industry. We want leadership. We want something new. We want, oh shit, I've never seen that before. That shit needs to be shown. And because that hasn't been shown, and we get iterations of free-to-play games in Concord, it is getting the whole hate train coming its way. That's the problem. That's the rage that's happening. And this game was in the bullseye. And nobody at Sony read the room. I don't know, Mary. I don't know. But I can tell you right now, Neil Druckmann went out there, 2 hairy balls in his hands, and said, we're working on 3 fucking projects, Jeff Keighley. He went on stage. Not my ass. Neil Druckmann, wannabe Steven Spielberg, worked out there with Jeff Keighley smuggling grapes, 2 big balls, hairy-chested, and said, we are working on 3 fucking projects, bitch!
Great circle is
That's what he said. And then the next year, his balls shrunk, went back up into his body, and he's like, it's too much work for Naughty Dog to do factions too. What happened, big ball Neil Druckmann? What happened? You went out on Jeff Keighley's stage saying we're working on 3 fucking projects. Tweedledee, we're working on all 3 of them, bitch. And then the next year, you're like, oh, it's too much. It's too much for our studios. Then shut the fuck up. And that's what Sony needs to do. Shut the fuck up and let the games do the talking. Not these games. Where is it? And that's the problem. And all that is coming to this shit. And that's the problem that they're facing. Bad PR. They're taking the worst things that Xbox does and doing the shit themselves. And what's even worse is that they choose not to speak. And they're holding on to this stuff. And they need a showcase, a state of play, rollout bigger than ever. And let me tell you something. If they come out there with the PS5 Pro and they say old games look better without any roadmap of new big games, yo. I'm not here to play Horizon Forbidden West again with the PS5 Pro. There better be new shit with my Pro. So I don't want to see, oh, here's the PS5 Pro, a hardware state of play, and now I'm going to be looking at friggin' play Horizon and God of War, and now 4K 120. I don't give a shit. I'm not buying it to play old games better. That's a bonus. I want to see the new shit running on this thing. And I know all of you do too. Nobody's going to be sitting here going, I'm going to spend $600 to $700 on a new console so I could run through all my old games again. That's a bonus. That's not the reasoning. So if they want to stay quiet and still not show their games but give us more hardware, that's messed up. And I'm not going to like that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to like that. So they better not rest on their laurels, because this seems to be a little bit of like, oh, Helldivers 2 gave them some big nuts. Oh, we could drop another service game. Well, this one crashed and burned. And like I said before, if we knew what was coming, if they're like, yo, Wolverine's coming in the fall, here's some gameplay, look at this game, and this game slipped out there wouldn't be so much pressure on Sony first party. But the fact is that this is what we got so far without knowing what's next. Yes, Astrobot's there. That's going to be a fucking amazing game. That is quality. You know that thing's going to blow the hell up. You know that. But still, what are they cooking? What are they cooking? And what's crazy is that they purchased the studio for this. And the same thing goes for Fair Games. They purchased the studio. What happens to the studio with that player count? What does Sony do? Work on Concord 2? And then they said they worked on this game for 8 years. 8 years, and Sony bought them in the last year or two. I'm going to give you a grinds thing. I'm going to tell you something. I think Bungie, this is just me. Shout to over 300 people. Hit that like button. We don't pussycoat shit here. We're talking the real shit. This is how I feel. And this is what this channel is. This is how I feel about this shit. This is what I'm telling you. Let me tell you this. Let me read, before I give my thing, let me read Gordrop's super chat here for $10. I don't keep them waiting. Because you are the quality gamers. So you're going to understand this when I say the next thing. It has been a weird one, Mr. Tennis. I totally agree. And again, I'm not shitting on I'm explaining the situation that I feel has been poured on this game. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm not saying that you suck if you like it. Hell no. Are you damned if you play it? No. Just go in there with caution, knowing that who knows what the future of this game is. If you want to play it for a weekend, $40, go ahead. Play it now. But I'm not saying, oh, it sucks, it's trash. Fuck, I'm not doing that shit. Because it's not. And that's something we're going to distinctly talk about when we talk about our good old green friend. Get ready. Because you know what's happening with our green friends.
25. It's coming.
Oh, yeah, it's coming. We're going to make a clear distinction between the two of them. This game is not trash. This game is not polished or garbage. It's a competent shooter. But it got the hate train coming on it. And I'm telling you why. So I'm not saying if you're enjoying the game playing it, hey, awesome. I had a good time with it. I just don't feel the urgency to play it again because everything that I played is there again. I wanted some new stuff in the beginning, and it's not there. Maybe there's some of the new characters, maybe some new maps, new game modes, maybe appealing something new, but I played it all already. I felt like I played it. But let me tell you something. Let me read the super chat, and then I'm going to tell you what I think about Sony themselves. The Gordop 10, I was never on board with that live service strategy, which is so weird, right, Gordop? The way they announced it, too. Like, oh, we're going to be doing all these services. It seemed like they're trying to play catch up with the industry because their shareholders were in a panic. Anyway, so I'm not too bummed out that this flopped. I hope this makes them focus on what made great in first place, great single-player games. Thank you, Gordop. Yes. And you know what? Making great single-player games and adding a multiplayer. Oh, my God. Like Killzone 2. Heaven forbid we get a game with a multiplayer and a single-player campaign. Because if Concord had a campaign where, like, you go across the galaxy and you get the crew together and you learn the intricacies of their weapons, of their abilities, where they came from, how the crew came together, maybe that adds some value and lore to the multiplayer. Plus, it won't be so dependent on player bases. When you have a campaign, it's like, yo, I'll pay $40 and play the campaign and find out what's going on and use the game mechanics and fly a ship maybe and do things that I can't do in the multiplayer. And then have the multiplayer. It would be a horse of a different color. But that didn't happen. They just said, let's just do the multiplayer and add skins and make it $40. And now you're solely dependent on the multiplayer player counts. That's it. Player count, you live and die. But if you put a campaign in there, why are they together? Because you just see, it's like, oh, we'll just put cutscenes of a game in the beginning each week, but we're not going to make a single player game. But we'll put cutscenes in there explaining the characters. No. No. But let me tell you something. This is my speculation here. I think the purchase of Bungie, the purchase of Jade Raymond Studios, whatever that thing is, and the purchase of this company, Fire Sprites, I think these were all in response and panic of Microsoft acquiring Activision. That's what I think. I think these were knee-jerk reactions in that we need some sort of multiplayer representation because Microsoft could take our breadwinner Call of Duty, our PSN subscription king, and make it all to themselves. This was all while this thing was going back. They don't trust what Microsoft could do with Activision. And I think the fact that Call of Duty came out of their wheelhouse made them go into a panic mode. And look, first-person multiplayer shooter. Bungie, Destiny, first-person with a huge service base. And then Fair Games, another first-person bank-robbing simulator. Their acquisitions of these three seem very knee-jerk reaction to a response that they need some sort of one of their own in multiplayer things. That's just my take on it. I think that these were kind of forced acquisitions to compete or to at least have a response to something that they could build upon from Microsoft getting Activision and taking Call of Duty. I think Fair Games is first person. I think it is. Or maybe third person. I don't know. But I wonder now with Concord the way it is, I'm wondering how they change what Fair Games and the rollout of Fair Games. Fair Games better stay the hell out of the first quarter of next year. Fair Games, I don't even know what they do with it. But if they release another multiplayer service game in the beginning half of next year, they're on death watch, man, with this service shit. I think so. Like, it's a lot. They should, and also too, like, you should have doubled down on Helldivers 2 for this year. You should have had like a end of year expansion or something, or new something. Just ride out the Helldivers 2 train and just carry that for this year. Because the Helldivers crowd's not coming over yet. What are you trying to do with this crowd? We've seen games like this. We've seen what we've seen what X Defiant came out. There was X Defiant, which was free everywhere. You had what was that other game with the destruction? That game with the destruction, the arcade. What the hell is it called? I forgot that one. That one you had. Now, these were all free, and they were offering something new. Like, well, at least the what is it? The game? What the hell is it called? I know, Leech. They're messing up Helldivers 2 as well. Like, I felt like they put a bunch of content out, and they're kind of like scaling back and then nerfing some things. The finals. Thank you, the finals. That was free. And that was graphically like, yo, look at the destruction, and you can have things fall on people. It immediately hit as something different. But again, X Defiant, Delta Force. And then the final blowout is exactly what Mr. Tennis said. With all that stuff stacked against them, PlayStation gamers saying, we don't want iterative service games. Things that are free to play. PC players going, we play things for free. We don't want to deal with this. Sony misread the room on both parts. But then another death blow for Concord was WUKONG coming out and just taking the world by storm. Flying out the window on Steam, blowing up on PlayStation, just blowing up over 10 million or whatever sold in 3 days. And that was the talk of the town. So not only did you have all that against you, but the day that you got the ultimate version that you could play on Tuesday, that's the day WUKONG drops. And WUKONG's the talk of the town. So that was like the final blow to this game. It was just too much. They should have just said, hey, let's ride out Astrobot, Helldivers 2 stuff, and Concord, get a campaign in there, launch it next year or something. WUKONG's pretty crazy. Liquid Data with the 5. He goes, the way they should compete with Call of Duty and all others is not compete with them. They're chasing trends. And exactly, Liquid Data, that's where a lot of this stuff is coming to. That's where,
You're my number one customer.
Like I said, this extra hate towards Concord is this. It's just that the PlayStation game is saying we don't want it. And the PC game is saying we don't want it. Like, Sony misread the room with this. And to kind of show you, some of the stuff, like, and just to kind of show these numbers, like, I think they're higher on PlayStation, but we don't know. I don't think Sony's ever going to celebrate any numbers with this stuff. But this is just abysmal. And if this doesn't go to at least 1,000 or something, this just keeps dropping. Like, it's 24-hour peak is 300. Like, that's over the weekend. It's crazy. And then on top of that, the reviews weren't favorable. It wasn't like this game got like great reviews. Like, this is a great shooter. This is full content rich, blah, 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 blah. No, the reviews came out as mediocre, which that didn't help any PR anyway. So it had mediocre reviews, not like 4s and 3s, but like mediocre reviews, like, it's all right. And then seeing the player count going, it's all right. But look at this. Even this guy, like, this is wild. Derek Strickland goes, Concord is selling much, much better on PlayStation Store than Steam. Data reveals Concord is 511 on Steam bestsellers list, but Firewalk's new shooter sits at 42 on the PlayStation Store list. Helldivers 2 is currently 33. I don't know why he flexed, like, why he mentioned that. That game came out February, dude. That doesn't mean that Concord's doing well if if it's 42 and your Helldivers at 33. It came out in February. Talking about a brand new game. But what's interesting is the response to this. A game that's 7 months old, a higher ranked than a game that came out 2 days ago. Why are you trying to spin Concord doing good on PlayStation? It's obviously not. Nib says maybe it's selling much, much better than it is on PC, but 42 on PlayStation Store is a new first-party title. Still isn't exactly impressive. Granted, you're not saying it is. Only you can come up with a cap. As I said, comes off as a console game. Number 42 for a debut PlayStation Studios premiere game isn't what I would call great start from a financial point. It's going to drop lower in the ranks. Still terrible. This cap is embarrassing. The game being in the top 50 sellers on a PS Store could deliver some positive results for the developer and publisher. It's behind Need for Speed and WWE. The cap is insane. What does this even mean? Oh, well, that's much better. That's because PlayStation doesn't have any games. Well, that must be Greenberg over there. It has a 4.5 stars on PSN user rating. If you deduct the beta and only count paid users, I screenshot the beta user score versus today. ChatBT did the math. And here it is. This guy did like some freaking calculus to get this stuff. He calculated the reviews of the beta versus the purchase to try to calculate how many. He had to calculate the new average star rating based with 8,000 ratings, subtract the beta period versus the total. Beta rings were 7,000. This guy using calculus and shit. Subtracting these full release ratings results in the new counts, and the new average star rating is approximately a 4.5. Thank you for your calculus results. Look at the beta reviews. 2.67. 2.87. But he's saying it's at a 4.5 of people that purchased it because the beta score is bringing it down. Without actual numbers, this means nothing. Bro, the game blows. No one's playing it. F099 is pulling better numbers. Being 42 on PlayStation Store is not a flex. Hey, kid, you want to be the top 300 player in the world? There are 20 worthwhile games on PlayStation. 42nd means fuck all. Do you see this stuff? Put it down, son. Copium. Go woke, go broke. See, that's another part, too. Like this DEI shit. Like, that's in there, too. And that turns off people when it feels forced, when it feels like it's just in there. One of the things I don't know if I got Blaze, but Blaze said that the tags had LGBTQT, like plus or whatever, in the tags. And they removed it. Like, it seems forced. And that turns off people too. Like I said, it's been everything against this game. It's just bad marketing and PR. It's not that the game is not polished or not good shooter. Sure it is, but it is just. And the problem is that if this was a single player game, it may have beaten it out, the bad PR. But because it's a social game and the social perception is that it sucks, the game fails. Do you understand that? Oh, those tags were user generated, Kenneth Pattis. Thanks for letting me know. I don't know. I saw Blaze took it, put it out there. Corey says it's not 42 today. What is it now? But 42 on launch day. But the problem is that when a game is a social game and the social media and the social perspective is that it's not good and doesn't have a player, the game suffers because it's built on the social aspect. That's why it's PR, marketing, presentation, how it's delivered. What do we show? How is it shown? What does the game emphasize? All these things come essential. Who's streaming it? Who's playing it? Who can we get in front of this game? These things become essential because it's a social game. And when your social game is not social, the game is dead. That's why Sony fuck around and find out. You want to make social shit. You want to put stuff on PC and PlayStation day one and try to have this big audience. Just by putting the food out there doesn't mean they're going to eat it. You could bring a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink. So just because you're putting this game on PC and PlayStation and think, oh, this huge install base, you're fucking around and find out. It doesn't work like that. So tell your stakeholders to shove it up their ass and get back to doing what you do. That's what they need to do. Because just by putting your game everywhere does not mean it's going to be a banger. And the development, the years of development for this game, 8 years, and nobody tapped them on the shoulder and go, yo, motherfucker, not this time. Yo, look at X Defiant. Look at the finals. Look at the service games. I thought the shit service games from last year. The drop in service games. Everything can't be a friggin' service. That's the problem. Stop doing that shit because there's only so many games that people could invest in. If your install base is banking all their money on Helldivers 2, then you build that world up. You put more enemy types. You just double down on that shit. Concord, get in the back seat, bitch. We are milking the shit out of Helldivers. That's a hit. Don't put out another service game that's fucking the same as everything else that's out there. You're not going to strike oil twice.
And whatever your name is,
this has been
get ready for the big
welcome to the
surprise.
Grindhouse. Yuzu in the house. Let's get that 1,000, 3,000. Don't talk any bullshit here. This is how I feel. And playing those old games and seeing all the chances and risks and shit that people did, and we got more games. Stop this service casino bullshit. Stop it. We don't want it. And people are going to take it out on the games that they feel they're going to take it out on, and Concord is getting the heat. So Sony, I said what's going to happen, and it happened. And now, let's see what you do. Let's see how you respond to your quality. And Herman Holtz now is in a fucking turtleneck right now. Because Herman Holtz got caught with his pants down, and he wasn't in a split. Watch this. Herman Holtz, you're not escaping this one. I never thought I'll have to say this. I never thought I'd have to say this, but it's coming out of my mouth, grinders. You're not going to like it. We got some Herman Ness. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Grinders, I never thought you'd mean my quality punches don't work. Herman, I'm sorry. This time you can't split your way. You can't split your way out of this one, Herman. Herman, you can't split your way out of this one. Grinders, I'm sorry to say, but we got ourselves something I never thought I would say. We got ourselves some Herman Ness. Oh, goodness gracious. He's not splitting his way out of this one, Mr. Tennis. I'm sorry. Raise it's Herman Ness. We got him. I never thought about this. Herman, there's no escaping. We don't pull any punches here in the Gaming Grindhouse. We call it a spade a spade. Thank you, Yuzu, for $2. He says, I love the streams. Yo, man, thank you. Dude, he can't split punch his way out of this one. Herman, I don't want to know what I'm about to read here. What are the studios working on? Herman Ness. We had Totoki Ness. We had Herman Ness. You know I got the receipts on everyone. These executives are not my friends. Even though Herman Holtz does do quality splits, this one is not one of them. A Herman receipt, Mr. Tennis. Yes, a Herman receipt. Herman did an interview, a 20-minute discussion with Holtz. And here he goes. We've seen the announcement of Haven from Jade Raymond. That one better be on watch. Jade Raymond been fluttering around touting her Assassin's Creed credit since the first game and hasn't done shit since. Jade Raymond, You're fine, but I don't know about your game making. We can't keep talking about Assassin's Creed 1 when there's about 20 of them right now. So Jay Raymond got to make a game, goddammit. As well as a bunch of industry veterans. But more recently, Firework, which has named the same name as industry. So, where does he say it? Where is it? Where's his, hold on, I might have to, Herman Nest. It's a little hard to find the Herman Nest. It's a little hard here. Let me see. He's not as outspoken. He's a little incognito. But we got some Herman Nests. We're gonna get them. Yeah, was this when he said it? Uh-oh, wait, is this it? No. Oh yeah, here it is. Is this him? Hold on. I'm making sure I got the right Herman Ness. I might have to come up with a new Herman song. I gotta make sure I got the right Herman Ness up here. Herman's out on the yacht. He must have been a little drunk. I think he had a little couple of margaritas on the yacht, and they got him for an interview, and he said some wild shit. Let me see. Oh no, is this the one? That's a bad picture. That's a bad picture. Wait, I'm scanning. Scanning. Grindhouse scanning. 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 Uh-oh, scanning. Is this it? Herman? 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 Do we have him? He's not as easy to find. I think I gotta make sure. Is it? Hold on. Fair Games is luck too, right? Now he says. No, this is before. Firewalk. Yeah. Because they have a quote from him. And he talks about this thing. Oh man, Herman Ness. We're trying to find this Herman Ness here. Yeah, it says that they acquired him on April 21st, 2023. That's when they got him. And then May 24, 2023, a new PvP multiplayer first-person shooter from Firewalk. It was announced. Concord. That's when we got it on that thing. Oh no, he thought we weren't going to find them over here. Oh man, I think we found you, Herman Ness. I think we found you. Not when you... No, wait a second, is this it? Oh no, okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. Oh, here it is. I found it. Oh, no. Not like this. I found the grinders. Herman can't get away. He can't get away from the gaming grindhouse receipts. That was when he was just talking about Fire Sprite. We found it. We found it. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, no. Wait a second. Oh, woo! Grinders. Woo! Man, Herman Ness, just when I thought we got him, it was fake. My goodness gracious. I thought Herman Ness, we got him. where he said Concord might be one of the greatest multiplayer games of the modern era, but Herman did not say that. Per Paul Tassi said it was fake. Ooh, because I remember seeing Herman hyping up some Concord on my Twitters, but man, Herman avoided the Herman-ness. He still remains untethered. He is
Great circle is coming out.
Oh man, not like this. Herman had everybody. The Grindhouse was holding their breath of like, where the hell is that Herman-ness coming? Man, I knew it was hard to find. But man, oh man, no shit, he didn't say that. But he didn't say that currently. This was in the past. I thought he was hyping it up. Woo, man, oh man. I remember just seeing that and I thought Herman was, and this too. Grinders. And then talking about the I had you guys. That would be dumb if it was real, man. That would have been Herman. Like, it was fake. I got you guys. Oh man, everybody's ass cheeks pucking up to the 11th degree. They're like, holy shit, we're gonna get Herman roasted. We're gonna get a Herman roast. Lord said he's not overreacting. Oh shit. True Virgil saying that was a lie. It was true. Of course, True Virgil would say that was a lie. But yeah, and even this grind is like doing this, like Concord new animated shorts, man. I got such feeling of like how Starfield. Thank God, say oh shit. Everybody's ass cheeks pucking up 3 times. They're like, whoop. They're like Herman-ness. Oh, whoo. That would have been a Phil move. Woo! We avoided that one. Herman still got he unbuttoned the one, but he got out of this one. He laid low. He didn't say any shit like that. You never know here on this show. You never know, but we're gonna find this shit out, dude. We're gonna find it out. It was fake. But this stuff, like, you know, the shorts, I had feelings of how Starfield was rolling it out. Like, oh, there's our cartoon. I'm like, dude, this is not no Saturday morning cartoon. Stop. Huggy, tell them. You know what they say. Come on now. Come on. You know what they say, right? Just no, this is not a cartoon.
Stop. Enough.
Right, I know. I don't know how I got an episode. It was a series. It was a cartoon. Saturday morning cartoons. No, not like this. Sony, what are we doing here? Like I said, marketing, PR. This. You can't force it to be. You can't force people to like these characters. And that's the issue. Oh, wow. Rattling G Guardian says Concord's part of the Secret Level series on Netflix. Oh, man. They're not letting this go. They're not letting this go, man. Oh, man.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy Spirit,
no.
activate. Holy Spirit, activate.
I think now where we go from here, we don't know what happens with Concord, but I can tell you, it is a pretty dismal start. And like I said, it may be fun. It's a good shooter. It looks well. It plays well. But marketing, PR, and reading the room in a social game, it wasn't a social experiment gone wrong. And Sony now needs to pick up the pieces and figure out what the hell to do. And Fair Games, that's going to be next on the list. So do what you need to do. If I was Sony right now, I'll be saying, we're going to probably put this in PlayStation Plus in the next month or so to keep that player count high. Because if people, the roadmap is, they got the roadmap. And personally, I don't think making this game free is going to help it. I don't think any kind of content updates are going to help it unless they change the gameplay. The rollout was a mess. It was a disaster, Ryan. Crooked. It was a disaster. The rollout, the PR. And I know Hook says like No Man's Sky got off the horrible starts, and we had games like Cyberpunk and its technical issues, and there's games that come back from the dismal thing. But I'm telling the problem is No Man's Sky, Cyberpunk, they were single player games. That's the thing. This is a multiplayer game. And if the people are not there, the game is dead. That's what I've been trying to say. If this had a campaign, if this was a single player game, there will be something to salvage there. You could drop No Man's Sky. It's a single player game. Starfield. It's a single player game. You can't come back from social media hatred and become the industry darling. It's going to be tough. And is Sony going to put in that money to do that stuff? Because I don't think a character is going to change this game. I don't think a game mode is going to change this game. I don't think so. No Man's Sky, no, it wasn't multiplayer. They offered multiplayer, it wasn't there. But it wasn't a social multiplayer game. This is a competitive, and nonetheless, a competitive shooter nonetheless. This is not even co-op. This is competitive shooter. That's another issue. You have a competitive shooter, not even a co-op, that if you have a couple of friends, at least you could go around and PvE some stuff. There's no PvE in this. There's no PvE. There's no metagame across the galaxy. They're doing campaign videos each week without gameplay, without a single player campaign. It's hard. Every character that they come out is going to be criticized. Every game mode that's already existing, what are you going to do? If you have some brand new game mode that doesn't exist anywhere else, that should have been there at launch, not a season update. So I don't know how this is gonna ride out. I think the next step is Sony just puts it in PlayStation Plus to keep that install base healthy. And I think that's their next step. But I don't see this coming back and doing any kind of amazing things. And I don't know how long Sony's going to ride this out. And then, the whole sad thing, people are like, oh, they should should get fired and lose their job and everybody shut them down. I'm like, dude, stop that shit. We don't need any more of that crap. We don't wish for people's jobs. You don't want people to wish for you to get fired. So cut that shit out. The only people who get fired are billionaires that run these companies. Those are the people that we need to let go. Not the developers. Because I'll tell you right now, this is not on the developers. It is a competent game. It is a good shooter. It is balanced. It is a competent shooter. You see the things there. This is not a developer issue. This is a publisher issue. This is a marketing, a visionary issue. Somebody should have been there, go, dude, you need to do something different because this looks like everything else that's out there. And we want to add $40 to this. We need to change this. This is a publisher issue. This is a Sony bullshit issue. Sony satisfying their goddamn stakeholders over reading the gaming market. That's what this is. I don't think this is not a develop. This is not jank. We're going to talk about Janky Indie. Janky Jones. We'll talk about Janky Jones. But this is not janky. This is not AI. This is not Ubisoft. What I just showed. This is not that. This was just bad marketing, PR, and social reception because of poor marketing and reveal and what to show and how it was shown. And the advisory crew was out on break and didn't catch all this shit. That's the problem. And there you go. Roberto Max says exactly what everybody's saying. Who gives a damn about Concord? Let's move on. And that's why I say Sony's going to have to clean the slate. They're going to have to roll out a new PS5 Pro and show Wolverine and show what Corey Balrog's ass is working on. That's what we need to see. We need a goddamn palate cleanse now. We need a palate cleanse. But this is different than what we're going to talk about with Janky Jones. Janky Jones And what Microsoft has put out, oh yeah, I'm coming to you now, Phil. You thought you would get away with this one. Phil thought he was going to take a vacation with Jank. He thought he said Herman S. He's like, I'm going to take on a vacation. No, Phil, we're coming after your ass now with Janky Jones. Show Venom. That's right. We need a palate cleanse. We need a goddamn intermezzo limoncello. That's what we need right now. And Astrobot may be that raise. That's right. Astrobot may be that. But we need a goddamn limoncello. I need a palate cleanse from this service. Bullshit. That's what I need. I need some Wolverine slapping ass with his claws. But this is different. The problems of Concord are not the same problems of quality that Microsoft has faced with Janky Jones and all their other games, because the motif of Microsoft games is that they are rushed and not ready. That is a problem with quality management. That is not a problem with Concord. Concord's not quality management. Concord is poor marketing and poor insight to reading the audience. That's the problem with Concord. The problem with the Microsoft games, they are not ready for prime time. They are rushed out the door, and Microsoft talks out their ass. That's different. So, talking about Janky Jones. But before we get there, we have Mesh.
25. It's coming.
10 gaming grindhouses. There you go. Access to the videos of the Kincaid Arcade. And some member VIP songs as well. Mash giving the goods out. Thank you so much. And there you go. Mash doing his rant. Mash, I ranted on that thing. I don't know if you were here, Mash. I went on a craziness about the gas they shouldn't have canceled was Last of Us Factions, because even though mostly on Xbox, you bet your ass I would have played that. See, Mash says right there. And that's the problem, Mash. Like I said, the marketing and messaging with Concord and people going, you canceled Factions for this? Like, I've seen so much of that. You've canceled Factions for this? You've canceled that Spider-Man multiplayer for this? And maybe that's not the way it went down, but the perception is that's the way it went down because the messaging from Sony has not been on point. And maybe the transition of Jim Ryan going to the old age home and getting put in night and leaving and getting Jello, and he's the square dancing king over there at the old age home. And Herman Holtz trying to focus on games and the split of what Hotoki-ness was doing. Their messaging got a little messed up. But the perception is that you canceled Factions for this. You canceled Spider-Man multiplayer for this. And that's where I said the hate that's coming to Concord is not just PC gamers going, we want this shit free. It's PlayStation gamers going, we don't want this shit. You canceled something I wanted to play that I couldn't wait, especially with the Last of Us taking off and you didn't have the game, like the TV show and now season 2. Yo, you could be evolving that Last of Us multiplayer, like adding stuff from the TV show and the game, man. It writes itself. It writes itself what you could have done with a Factions multiplayer and now the TV show, and how you could have put characters in there as side missions and evolve that game to go with the TV show to transition into The Last of Us Part 3. Dude, I write that shit, and I'm not no goddamn Neil Druckmann wannabe Steven Spielberg. It writes itself what you can do with that franchise. Plus, Last of Us Factions was unique. It's different. It's like what Helldivers 2 was, and you could do that differently and add different elements of survival and combat and visceral attacks in a game that there's nothing like it. It is not a ho-hum, oh, look, I'm wearing the purple outfit now. Oh, I got the green gun now because I grinded for 2 hours. No. This is the difference. And the potential, it writes itself. Just thinking about it gets you excited as a gamer, what they could have done with Factions and how they could evolve that and do something different and introduce something unique into this service world if that's where they wanted to go. And I remember Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan telling us, the service games that we're making are not your traditional shooter service games. Oh, really? I remember Jim Ryan going, where did he say that? Jim Ryan. Jim Ryan saying about service games, what did he say? Not your traditional, what did he say? I'll get you his quote. Jim Ness. What did he say? He says here, where did he say it here? They're gonna run the gamut of not like different games, he said. And meanwhile, you got this game that's iterative of everything that came out. Here's Jim Ryan. Sony exec Jim Ryan believes live service games will dominate over subscriptions, supporting sustained engagement over a long period of time. Oh, Jesus. Jim Ryan turning over right now in his old age home, not getting an extra serving of chocolate pudding tonight. I think the trend towards live services will continue. If you look at for a model or category entertainment which supports sustained engagement over a long period of time, live service games arguably fit that bill better than a subscription service. Oh, shit, I'm not sharing it. Hold on. He adds, subscription has certainly grown in importance over the course of the last few years. Our PlayStation Plus subscriber number has grown from 0 to 48 million, and we anticipate the services and grow subscriber numbers. But the medium of gaming is very different to music and linear entertainment that won't see the levels there. Ryan says the company acquisition of Bungie was a strategic move. The strategic significance of acquisitions to obtain highly successful Destiny franchise. We will intend to utilize their strengths. Get this shit out of here, Ubisoft. 3 days early. Get the hell out of here. Developing an IP game placed in studios that we expand into service areas. So there you go. Jim Ryan was hell-bent on this thing. But he did say, like, our games are they're going to be, let me see. What did he say? Let me just see something here. I just want to see where he said that. Live service titles. Yeah, he highlighted that they're different. In 2022, he doubled down on it. Yeah. But they were supposedly saying that they were going to be different in a say. And the fact is that when you release Concord, it's similar to what's out there already. You're not really being different and unique in the atmosphere. But now, grinders, hit that like button because we are going to JanKy Jones. And what's crazy, you think we forgot about last week? And that drop of PlayStation getting JanKy Jones? That's right, BitRate. Where's the pudding? Do you believe... Look at this brand new PlayStation game coming out. Grinders. Grinders. Are you seeing this?
That's up to you to uncover. I'm Troy Baker, and I play indie.
We saw this video already. Watch the end.
Can't wait for you to play it. Hold on to your hat.
PlayStation. Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate. Oh no. Holy Spirit.
On PlayStation's official YouTube.
Activate. Activate.
Holy shit, like on PlayStation YouTube. Dude, I thought this was a fan edit. I am like, yo. 1.5 thousand likes, dude. JanKy Jones has made his way to PlayStation. Look at this. Look at this. No Xbox. Look, Bethesda, Lucasfilm, Machine Games. Yo. Yo.
We ain't found shit. Would you ship that?
Oh my God, JanKy Jones! He has his own trailer, dude. This is wild shit. Yo, Ryan, if Xbox is a third party, they're not even getting the goods of this. It's like Bethesda, Lucasfilm, and Machine Games. Like, yo, I don't want Xbox even on there as a third party. This is crazy. On PlayStation.
PlayStation.
Yo, dude, I was like, what? How? How do they? Yo, it is crazy. Why would, and shout out to Steady Flow for that one. Yo. What? Terrific say what? I see. What is the Xbox version? Wait. Xbox JanKy Jones. Wait, trailer? Why? What did it say on that one? But look at this. See? And this is what I mean. And this is what they've done to their fans. Like, this is what I mean for Indiana Jones, right? This is what they showed back in the official gameplay reveal.
Any idea how old that was?
Wish list today. Game Pass, Xbox. Like, this is what I mean. Like, grinders. If this game was going to PlayStation, right? This is where the issue of all the craziness that happened last week. Why wouldn't PlayStation be on this list? Like, why was that added as one more thing in August? It was going to Steam, PC game, Game Pass, Series X. But PlayStation was added after. This is the problem that they have. They are leading them along, thinking that this is exclusive, thinking that this is only coming to the platforms where they play. And then Sony just took over. Because if they were a third-party studio, if they were a multi-plat, when this game was announced, it would have just said PS5. But at the game developers thing in January, this in June, there was no indication of PS5's existence at all. But in August, you just basically just ignore all this marketing that you've been doing and just make PlayStation just kind of get full reign of promoting this game when it doesn't even have a release date in the spring. This makes no sense. This is the direction that they're going in is all over the friggin' place. And that's why it's like pulling the rug out of on the people. You just had a whole PlayStation trailer marketing it all for a date that doesn't exist. Spring next year. What does that do? Wish list it? Thrifty, 16 months ago, 6 months away from the coveted 2-year badge. So many marshmallows and hot dogs by the fires of the grindhouse. Keep it up, Jez. Hey, thank you so much, Thrifty. I really appreciate it, man. Shout out to you. And Thrifty shows on Wednesday nights. But they pulled the rug out. But on top of that, just when you think they go low with that, grinders on grinders, they go low. Just when you think they've gone low enough, they go low again. And this, JanKy Jones. We're not done with JanKy yet. Hit that like button. PC Gamer, get the hell out of here with your stuff. Interview. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle devs say indie game could never be a shooter. Should never be a shooter. So they embracing his signature whip, improvised brawls, and disguise-based stealth instead. So why do they give it to Machine Games, who makes first-person shooters? Oh my God. Why do you give it to Machine Games, who makes first-person shooters? Wait a second. True as a J-Hawk member for 5 months, he says, you got to see the one on Xbox channel. At the end, it has PS5 right on the Xbox channel. Everybody was laughing about it. Oh, shit. Where's that one? That one's on their website? Where's Xbox's website? Is it Bethesda's website? Oh, no. Is it this one? No, this is their June one. This is their June one. There we go. Still no PS5 on that one. Then you said on their channel. Hold on. Before I get into this. Where is it? You said it's on their channel? Where's JanKy Jones? JanKy Jones!
What if I told you there was a...
Oh, there it is. This is Xbox's official channel. Oh my God. They're marketing PS5 on their own channel.
Oh no! We suck again!
Oh, Jesus.
What you watching, little bro? Caught you in 20K HDR 1200 FPS Super Nintendo iOS 49 Blu-ray Ultraviolet Radiation 1080p PlayStation 5.
But PlayStation markets it. It's just coming to PlayStation in the spring. It doesn't even exist anywhere else. Xbox, their own website, they got spring PS5. Yo. Holy shit. Yo. The most played part 2. Nobody gives a shit about the game. Look, nobody cares about the game at all because the game is JanKy Jones. They just care about this thing at the end. It's like JanKy Jones, and then it's like, yo, what the most watched part of the video. Nobody watches the freaking video. Oh man. Check the comments. It's not Starfield or Indiana Jones. Shame on Phil Spencer. So it's this. That's why Avowed was delayed. They need to give the PS5 port ready. 4 games only, Phil. Time to sell my Xbox. Fire Phil. While they announced the PS5 version on the Xbox video, this game will be released as a PS5 PC. Oh man, it's over, Xbox. Stop joking with your own users, not supporting lies. RIP Xbox. 4 games, only 4 games. Big L. Remember when Phil said it's just 4 games? Even Indiana on PS5. What's the point of having an Xbox? It's not Starfield or Indiana Jones. Oh man, they clowned the whole friggin' goddamn community. Nadella, thumbs down. Best time to sell my Xbox. Xbox, why are you doing this? It should be exclusive. Never ever trust this clown, Phil Spencer. I will never consume anything from this brand again. We just witnessed the moment Xbox died. Oh man, let me guess. Fable, Gears, Halo, Forza coming. Really coming to PS5? Why do I pay for Game Pass? They literally said spring 2025. Oh man. They do it to themselves. They do it to themselves, dude. They do it to themselves. And then on top of all this, We get JanKy Jones. We get JanKy Jones and the developers saying this trash. They're saying this. They're saying in a conversation. Chief editor Phil Savage. Oh shit, that's his name.
Great circle.
Phil Savage. Oh
25.
It's coming.
We got Phil Ness Spencer and we got Phil Savage. Oh,
PlayStation.
Oh no. Phil Savage, global editor-in-chief at Gamescom Machine Games. Oh man, you can't get away from the Phils. The Phil's on the chat. Yo, wild Phil's on the chat. Indiana Jones, he's not a gunslinger, right? He doesn't go in guns blazing into situations. Oh, says the director of Machine Games. So it could never be a shooter. Should never be a shooter. But hand-to-hand combat, that makes total sense. Oh, shit. Do I need to remind you about the hand-to-hand combat? Oh, no, not like this. Not like this. The hand-to-hand combat. Oh, no, you mean like this?
Hard-hitting action. It's a world of ancient discoveries. Hard-hitting action. It's a world of ancient discoveries. Hard-hitting action. It's a world of cunning villains. Ancient discoveries. Hard-hitting action. Hard-hitting action. Ancient discoveries. Hard-hitting action. It's a world hard-hitting action. It's a world hard-hitting action. It's discoveries. Hard-hitting action. It's a world of hard-hitting action. It's a world of hard-hitting action. It's a hard-hitting action. It's a world of constant
So I'm glad. Hand-to-hand combat. That makes total sense. Oh, shit. Oh, no. JanKy Jones.
You're my #1 customer.
I gotta do it again. I gotta do it again because that is just hilarious. This ain't the focus on the brawling. Oh, man.
action. It's a world of constant hard-hitting action. It's a world of action. It's a world of ancient discoveries. Hard-hitting action. It's a world of constant dangers. Hard-hitting action. Discoveries. Hard-hitting action. Discoveries. Hard-hitting action. It's a world
JanKy Jones in the house. Oh, shit. Oh. So he's not a gunslinger. He doesn't go in guns blazing. It can never be a shooter. It should never be a shooter. But hand-to-hand combat, that makes total sense. This is where the Riddick connection comes in. Oh, shit. Those were the animations from fucking Riddick. Oh, shit. Side-scrolling for Vin Diesel's buffs. Oh shit! They use the Vin Diesel mocap from Chronicles of Riddick, the Xbox game. Oh man, not like this. Vin Diesel was asked for comment. Vin Diesel had a comment about this game.
I don't play this game.
Exclusive Grindhouse interview. He don't care. He's still worrying about Arc 2. The Vin Diesel fights the dinosaurs, and he has something about that too. He said it at Gamescom. Here's the quote from the Grindhouse interview.
I don't play this game.
He don't play that one either. I don't know why Vin Diesel's even at Gamescom, but he was asked for interview, and they asked him, hey, how's that Riddick animation mocap used in JanKy Jones?
I don't play this game.
Okay, thanks, Vin Diesel. No comment, he said. So, Vin Diesel don't play any of the games. I don't know why he was there, but we got the Grindhouse exclusive interview with Vin Diesel. He's still working on Arc 2.
I don't play this game.
He don't play that one either. So I don't know what's happening with Arc 2. The Vin Diesel fights the dinosaurs. Or rides the dinosaurs. Whenever that was coming to Xbox Game Pass. Day one. It was announced 4 years ago for day one sometime in the future. It's like Phil Spencer stares at a volcano and goes, you know what? That's going to explode on one day, day one, sometime in the future. That's what they do. They announce games, they say day one, and then you never hear from them again. Arc 2. Where is it? Arc Hatua. That's right, bitrate. Arc Hatua. But Vin Diesel, No comment.
I don't play this game.
No comment. No comment from Vin Diesel. So back to Riddick. That's where they did this mocap from. They took it from the Riddick game. Indiana Jones is a very different vibe from Riddick's brand of brutal prison knife fights. You mean
hard-hitting action. It's a
worst. I need to see this hard-hitting action in slow motion. We gotta watch this in Grindhouse Vision. Grindhouse Vision, everybody. Hit that like button. We're going in Grindhouse Vision because before I read more about how Indiana Jones has to be a brawler, I gotta see these frame-by-frame brawl moves here from JanKy Jones. It's all about family. Hard-hitting action. Let's see. I gotta see this. I gotta see this in Grinds Vision. We're doing this in Grinds Vision, Grinders. Here we go. Grinds Vision. Let's watch. Look at this wonderful punch. What the hell? What happened to his hand? JanKy Jones. So he grabs his hand. What happens to the hand here? JanKy Jones. His hand goes through his hand. Look at this hard-hitting action.
Hard-hitting action.
Yo, I gotta go back to the Grinds Vision. We're finding the. Look at this. The clip. We got the clipping of the hands. And then he grabs his arm. We got his clipping of the hand. He holds his arm down, and here comes the JanKy Jones punch. JanKy Jones! Doink! And he goes back. This is the JanKy Jones. Yo, VR does this shit better. This punch. It's so weird. Like his punch doesn't even come from the side; it just comes straight on, like the hard-hitting action. This is what they're focusing on. JanKy Jones. Look at all this blur between frames too. Like, what the hell is this? JanKy Jones. Daw. And he holds his hand. Is he dancing with them? Why does he let him go? He's still holding on to him. JanKy Jones. He didn't give him a sucker punch. Dude, these are the weakest animations. JanKy Jones. And we'll go back to one more JanKy Jones. They said to focus on the whip. They're focusing on the whip. Oh, shit. Haktua. Here we go. Where's JanKy Jones? JanKy Jones. They're focusing on the whip, they said. Because it's not a shooter. They're focusing on the whip. Back to Grinds Vision. Let's see the whip. Hiya! The gun just floats out there. The guy just stands there. Okay, JanKy Jones. Okay. His hand snaps back. He hurts his hand. Okay. He's falling back. And then all of a sudden, he just goes into JanKy Jones animation. JanKy Jones. They said it looks better in slow motion. I don't know what happened to his right foot. Yo, his right foot is just sitting out there. JanKy Jones. It does not look good. Let's see JanKy Jones forward. He just goes into the falling animation. Hard-hitting action. Here's your wonderful whip thing. First off, I don't understand how whipping the gun out of the guy's hand makes him walk like 4 steps back. Like, look how far away he is from the hole. First off, why is the guy just standing there shooting at him? Like, look at this. He's just like standing there. It's like, yeah, I'm just standing here in front of this hole right here with my gun pointed out at you. And then JanKy Jones hits him. And then all of a sudden, he just...
Wait for you to play. Hold on to your head.
JanKy Jones. All right, so there's the whip and intense combat. I think we have another intense. Oh yeah, here we go. Another one for the Grindhouse. Another.
You were the one who cracked.
Here's another whip strike. Let's see this one. Why does everybody look like they're acting like 2000 animations here? Like, first off, why doesn't this guy see Indiana Jones? He is in yellow. Indiana Jones, JanKy, is standing right in front of him. But the guy is looking to the statue? And JanKy Jones hits him with his wonderful whip. And now the guy's like, oh, and then he slaps him. Smoke comes out of the guy. And that's and he does the same handshake animation because Indiana Jones is slapping hands. And then here's that hard-hitting punch. Here it is. Give it to him, JanKy Jones. JanKy Jones. Hawk. Oh, man. Look at Hadouken his ass. Look at this. He did a goddamn, his hand went through his head. He kicked it. Look at that connection. Indiana Jones basically went Mortal Kombat on his ass. But he did a Hakuto right there. Look at this. His fist. JanKy Jones goes right through his head. He clipped right there. JanKy Jones went right through his head. JanKy Jones. And the guy goes flying. God damn. Look at Indiana Jones. Look at that move. Indiana Jones has a hell of an uppercut. It is. He goes, get over here. Oh, Mortal Kombat uppercut. Guy goes flying.
Punch.
And then look at this animation of lighting the fire. I didn't even know where the stick starts. Where does the stick start? Is this the whole? Is that the stick, the whole thing, or is that his arm? Because his arm is as stiff as the stick.
And the thrill of
whoa,
finding every clue. Indy is such a unique character.
Man, JanKy Jones. How am I making it look at JanKy, True Virgil? I'm hitting the button, advancing the frames. Am I the one saying hard-hitting action? Yeah, I won't slow it down. Tell me how effective this is.
The ancient puzzles that hold the secrets you're after.
Here you go. True Virgil, this one's for you.
Secrets don't come easy. It's best to have an exit strategy.
Hard-hitting action.
This is an incredible new way to experience Indiana Jones, and I can't wait for you to play it. Hold on to your hat.
Hard-hitting action. Where is it? There you go.
Villains.
This one's for you.
Ancient discoveries. Hard-hitting action. It's a world of constant...
Anyway, the reason why I'm highlighting this in Grind's Vision is because the developer themselves said they're focusing on the hard combat. He's not a fighter. That's not his nature. Even though he ends up in fights all the time, he's like an unlucky hero. We can replicate that in the gameplay. Player feel that humor. How do we get across that? Compared to Riddick, this different style of hand-to-hand combat in the Great Circle is more semi-chaotic. Lots of things around the environment that you could pick up, pots and pans, and you could smash things on people's heads. And banjos. Banjos. I love banjos. Me setting up the chair and improvisational brawling has led to some of my favorite video game combat in the Dark Messiah Might and Magic freeform fights and Baldur's Gate slapstick. Outside of combat, Indy's whip will be a huge part of the game in combat and traversal, with a dedicated button reserved for the whip. Outside combat, it sounds like the Great Circle will be expanding on Wolfenstein reboot games like Stealth, bringing these dangerous, close, immersive Sims territory. He describes the game expanding and contracting between more open and linear areas, a clear delineation that sounds familiar to the New Order and Colossus. Every big location has a number of disguises for you to discover that helps you pass someone that belongs. Indiana Jones, I think, is definitely going to be a much more slow-paced, stealthy game. It's not going to be this action, adventure, action-packed game. I think it's going to be very calculated. You watch this stuff. They're not fighting. He's not fighting a bunch of enemies. It's like one dude standing there and he slaps him with the whip. Like, it's more of sneaking around, whipping people. Pause. and more slow paced stuff. Maybe you only have like five rounds and you shoot a gun very day. You're not going in guns blazing. So for my money, it's moved the Great Circle to my must-play territory in December 8th. December 8th. That's not must-play territory month. So I don't know. But Janky Jones, not a first-person shooter made by people that make first-person shooters. And it's in first person to begin with. Zippity doodah. We covered Fable Help. And now we will go to some of the news that came out of Gamescom. And it wasn't too much. It was some interesting stuff. So one is about True Virgil's favorite booster. Word around town. Common Things Gamescom, the devs off to a record absolutely slating the Series S. It's great value little machine, but developers despise it, man. Xbox needs to think hard and fast about the policies around making sure stuff runs on both machines, whatever they are, and consider the possibilities of the Series X exclusive features. I fear the alternative is Sony hovering on more de facto exclusives, where a given choice between dealing with the S or skipping Xbox entirely. More devs choosing the latter. You can force the issue if you have to market share, but to be unskippable. But Xbox does not and has not done that. So yet again, we got Xbox skip. It's a tough situation. The S is the best hardware value proposition on the market, hands down. But one also understand why some devs are frustrated, and yet I think it shows a disconnect, a not insignificant section of the market who can't or don't pay for X or PlayStation. Any real reaction to the risks being betrayed of a user base over half of a series owners? It's a real rock and a hard place because majority of their players are Series S owners. I was just at GameStop and I saw a guy buying a Series S with NCAA football. That S is a low price point, and it put them between. They can't abandon that now because that was their most successful Xbox over the X. They pushed that S so much that became the de facto Xbox of the generation, and now developers don't want to deal with it, and games are just skipping Xbox entirely because they don't want to deal with porting games down to the S, and the X is missing out, and the platform itself is missing out on games. Baldur's Gate was last year, and now WUKONG. The other thing that came out with WUKONG is that there is an indefinite way. So the guy who leaked, that games were going to be coming to PlayStation, tweeted this out. Another word around town at Gamescom, where all the developers were around there. At Gamescom, I spoke to Xbox insiders and developers who informed me about a technical issue affecting the release of Black Myth WUKONG, which, by the way, is awesome, on Xbox consoles. The game is reportedly suffering from a bug known as a memory leak, which can cause significant crashes that could compromise the performance of your Xbox console. Due to this issue, the game has not been passed through Xbox bug detection tests and has therefore been indefinitely delayed until they manage to optimize the game for the Series X and S. The studio is already working hard to resolve the issue and achieve necessary certification. Once they get approval, they plan to set a release date for the game, but they don't know when or how. But other than that error in the game, it's close to being ready. This is a problem. Microsoft has created... Who's that? Marvel Rivals, non-official channel. I don't know if that's real, but he's putting messages saying, we're excited to announce that Marvel Rivals is set to officially launch on December 6th. Ignite the battle. Thank you for the marketing. I guess, I don't know. Are you giving me, am I getting some sort of perk? I don't know what's going on here. Coming on in here. It's a memory leak. But this is an issue. Whether this is true or not, the fact is WUKONG is not on Xbox. So you could say it's memory leaks, it's money hat, whatever the hell it is. The problem is it's still not there. And the game is the talk of the town. And Xbox is not part of that talk because of issues like this. And this is a problem. And Baldur's Gate, when that was talk of the town, Xbox wasn't in the conversation. There were technical issues that they came out and said publicly. There were technical issues with the Xbox version. And now, Xbox wasn't in that conversation. And Baldur's Gate came out at the end of the year. After all the hype, and it carried and won the awards, it came out at the end of the year when everybody kind of was like, you know, had their fill of it. And the same thing's going to go to Wukong. Like, Wukong's was going to come out, what, December? When next to Indiana Jones? And when you're trying to market Call of Duty and all, when's it coming out? January? Avowed needs room? Here comes Wukong? Dude, we had that. It won its awards. It moved on. Like, you have a window of a conversation. You want to be part of it. And the Series S is not making you part of this thing. And now, on top of that, if a Pro comes out, which is the other rumor that's been going around. But shout out to Maj Claridge for being a VIP. Welcome to the members of the VIPs. Use those emojis and check out the videos and the membership videos on that. If you haven't done subscribe, we got a bunch of subscribers tonight. Let's get some more subscribers. We're on our way to 3,000. We're going to try to hit it. I want to see when we can hit that 3,000. I'll tell you when we're really, really close. But the other thing that came out of Gamescom was the PlayStation 5 Pro. That is basically like the worst kept secret ever. They're basically, people are looting it. There are a lot of hardware discussions going on. And, you know, it's real. It's real. It was openly discussed. So
whatever your name is, get ready for the big surprise.
Welcome, Green Tea! There you go. Another grinder in the house. Apparently, WCCF Tech says the PS5 Pro, long rumored and speculated about, was openly discussed by developers at Gamescom 2024, signaling an imminent official announcement with significant performance upgrades expected. Shout out. Oh, and Maze Claridge giving the love of the VIP memberships. Making sure that all the members' videos are getting that love. Thank you so much, man, Claridge. Paying it forward. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Maj in the house. So yeah, openly discussed there. We got talking about that what's going on. So the other thing that came out this morning, Jeff Grubbs,
Gaming's
WCCF
Tech says they spoke to at least one developer who not only knew about it but knew the specs, and an Italian multiplayer multiplayer, the website, also spoke to several who actively knew about the platform. Everything points to the fact that studios will. Last I heard, this thing's still coming out this year.
Here we go.
And then more recently, what I've heard is there is probably going to be a state of play, a PlayStation state of play, not a showcase, a state of play at the by the end of September. Let's do this one again. God, that was fun last time, Emma, where I was like, hey, the state of play is coming in this month. And then the month wasn't over and people were still like, well, where is it? Well, the month's not over.
Well, if Grubb says it's happening.
Let's do that exact same thing again. It's probably going to be late next month, September. But yeah, state of play. I don't know if the PlayStation 5 Pro is in this state of play.
I don't want to hear all the speculation, but he's been talking this shit and said that it may be in a state of play. I know Hip Hop Gamer has been saying it. We've been saying about this. The people said state of play, showcase. Listen, whatever there is, it needs to happen. I don't want to hear this shit again because it sounds like he's firing from the hip. Well, I don't know, state of play, this, I don't know if the pros in it. Listen, if you don't know, then say nothing at all. Like, that's the thing. If you don't know, I could hear and speculate. Yeah, there's a showcase coming in September. You know, I've been hearing that there's a showcase coming in September. You want me to lie to you? Like, it could be the games. It could be this. It could be Wolverine could be there. I don't know. Maybe Wolverine's there. If I started pulling that bullshit, like, maybe Wolverine's there. Yeah, maybe they're going to show the new Uncharted game. I heard about this Uncharted game. Maybe by a spin-off studio. Listen. Stop it. Sony, get your shit together and make some announcements. That's what I'm saying. But the Pro, is it real? It's been the worst rumored thing forever. But I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this, and I don't need no insiders. I don't need to tell you what I'm hearing about. I'm going to tell you this right now. Sony is going to wait to the last possible second to announce the PS5 Pro. Because they do want to eat into their sales of their console and have some sort of like 3-month pre-order period. That shit's getting announced. Pre-order start that day, and it's coming out in probably 3 weeks. Cerny's going to get his shit together, do a video, hype reel, and that's it. My thing is that I really want to make sure that they use new games to show off the PS5 Pro. That's my hope. I don't know what's going to happen, but when they finally reveal it, I want to have it with a bunch of new game announcements. That's all I'm asking. And that will make the Grindhouse happy. But otherwise, if it's just like, here's just the new hardware, and they go, oh, play Helldivers at 120 frames. Oh, wow. And play her. Look at God of War running on this thing. No. That's not the way, Sony. I want to see new games for the PS5 Pro. And I know they're not exclusive to the Pro, but I want to see new games alongside this announcement. I don't want to just see hardware and tell me that the old games that you released, Returnal is now on 124. No. No. I want to see new stuff. And yes, Returnal will pull way better and all that other stuff. That's great, but that is not the main reason. So that's just my take on whatever we hear with this PS5 Pro. But it sounds like it's going to be another month of waiting, hoping, and wishing that Sony gets off their ass and start talking. And maybe Concord and all that other stuff will make them talk a little bit sooner. Maybe. To kind of give us that palate cleanse that I was talking about. And then one of the other things that came out of Gamescom. Oh, man. They did an interview. Outlaws did an interview with the developers of Avowed. Now, if you recall, I said nobody got their hands on Avowed. What's very interesting is that at Gamescom, apparently they were able to play Avowed behind closed doors at Gamescom. However, I saw some places with hands-on with Avowed. But what's crazy, Grinders, is that Avowed got delayed to February. But they got hands-on with Avowed. But nobody was hands-on with JanKy Jones?
25. It's coming. Oh, PlayStation. Great Circle is coming out. Great Circle is coming out this December.
Why are we getting hands-on with Avowed, which got delayed to February, but the game that comes out in December, nobody got hands-on with JanKy Jones? Isn't that confusing? Zero Steel agrees. Zero Steel agrees. That is confusing, don't you think? Indiana was not hands-on. That comes out in December. But people got to play hands-on with Avowed. That comes out in February? Behind closed doors? I'm trying to match that up. That makes that's confusing. They're going to let Fred Vance says they're going to make people wait for the PlayStation 5 version. Oh, shit. Ruthless.
Is that a deal?
No, I keep losing at deals, and I don't want to make a deal anymore. I am leaving, and you can't stop me. I'm packing my bags.
Weezer, that is spooky, don't you think? It's kind of strange. It's kind of reversed. I thought that was interesting. I see people going, I tried Avowed, I played it. behind closed doors. We got to play it. We got to interview the devs, but Indiana wasn't there. And that's the one that's coming out in December. The other one's coming out in February. So is nobody going to get hands-on with Indiana Jones? Not at any event, right? They're not at Tokyo Game Show. Well, JanKy Jones was the news of Gamescom. Not Avowed. Avowed got pushed out of Gamescom for backlog. Oh, but that was there for behind-the-scenes demo. Interesting. Well, not only did they get a behind-the-scenes demo, but they also got an interview. Let's hear it.
You could talk about this part right now, but I was curious about console performance.
Defining
specifically
Duke.
Series X. Can we talk part right now? But I was curious about console performance, specifically Series X. Can we talk frame rates at this time, or we're waiting a little?
Well, I'm
not yet.
Probably not the best person to. Oh, sorry, talking off mic. I'm probably not the best person to talk about that. We can probably. We can probably.
Yeah, I mean, nitty gritty of it. Performance is one of the last things we figure out, right? We are core, and I think we've announced this elsewhere. We are core targeting 30 frames per second bare minimum. Like that's the expectation. It's a first-person single-player game. You don't necessarily need that 60 frames, and that allows us to get a lot juicier with VFX and lighting and all this other stuff. So it's a trade-off we opted to make relatively early, and we're really happy with that. I mean, the game's running pretty smooth for how visually dense it is, and that was always our goal. But as far as like a greater understanding of performance spec, we're still figuring all that out. It's one of the last things you do. So yeah.
Fair enough. Appreciate.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy Spirit,
no. Oh, no.
activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? I'm kind of confused because he says it's something of performance that we do that last, but then justifies 30 frames per second in that they made the decision early on to target that. Sir, again?
Probably. We can probably.
Yeah, I mean, nitty gritty of it. Performance is one of the last things we figure out, right?
So performance is the last thing they figure out. Okay, but then
we are core, and I think we've announced this elsewhere. We are core targeting 30 frames per second bare minimum.
Okay. End scene. End scene. But we don't end there. Ouch.
Like that's the expectation. It's a first-person single-player game. You don't necessarily need that 60 frames, and that allows us to get a lot juicier with VFX and lighting and all this other stuff.
Juicier, he says. Oh.
Hi, I'm Kate.
Juicier with the effects. Yo. It's first person. First off, what about the third person camera? But it's first person. A first person. Juicier. We're talking juicy. I think we hit 60, guys. I think we could do a performance mode. I don't know what's going on with everybody's stiff first person focus here. Like, like the thing is I understand do 30, but it's a first person. This is the same thing that Redfall fell into. You're dealing with, and Starfield. These are first person games. They should have the option of performance modes. You could say what you want of like the WUKONGs and all that stuff, but the thing is, the options are there. The fact is, this sounds like they made a choice to focus on 30 frames for these glorious effects. I don't know. These don't look any kind of, maybe if the game looked like the initial reveal trailer and you're like, we're focusing on 30 cinematic. Dude's walking around with a book and what is going on? It's a design choice. Here we go, right, Luga? But he says that like all the detail, like they made a design choice for 30 frames. I don't think this game ships with 60. And the thing goes exactly like with Redfall and exactly like Starfield and Hellblade 2. No performance modes at launch for these games. And this one sounds like they're not going to have one either. And the game is delayed until February. And from his statement, it doesn't sound like that is a priority. They're not delaying this to add performance modes to this game. Doesn't sound like it, because he went ahead and justified 30 frames, saying you don't need it. We made the decision early on, we're going to focus on visual over performance. That's what they said. So instead of saying we didn't optimize it yet, we're trying to get the most performance out of it, that's something we'll work on. He don't stop there. Instead, he goes, they justified at 30 frames, making it seem like this game is not going to come with a performance mode. And that goes to the problem of all these Microsoft games, these first-party games with the power of the Xbox, not having a performance mode and getting it later after it's all said and done. Which is crazy because they go and cap for 30 frames launching on this system. Oh, it's design choice. This is so more stuff is on the screen, and blah, 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 blah. And then like 7 months later to a year, 60 frames is here. Just like with the Dune buggy. Oh, we can't add vehicles to Starfield. There's procedurally generated things, and it may get interfered with, and there'll be more sparse if we added vehicles because they won't spawn fast enough. They dropped the Dune buggy this week. What happened to all those excuses? So I don't understand. Don't justify it. Don't cap for 30 frames. Because it makes you look silly when 60 frames shows up later. If it's not ready, it's not ready. But again, another game like Redfall, like Starfield, that got delayed and Avowed got delayed, and Hellblade 2 got delayed, and we still didn't get performance modes on the console at launch. And this seems to be another instance of it, because it doesn't sound like from their interview that they are ready to do this. Let's hear them again.
Here with VFX and lighting and all this other stuff, so you don't necessarily need that 60 frames, and that allows it's a first-person single-player game. You don't necessarily need that 60 frames, and that allows us to get a lot juicier with VFX and lighting and all.
That don't really look juicy in lighting. It doesn't look juicy. I just showed you the gameplay. That don't look like juicy. It looks like juicy ass. That's what it looks like. Juicy. It looks like that doesn't look very juicy. That's not like
Great ass!
All this other stuff, so it's a trade-off we opted to make relatively early, and we're really...
See? Well, wait a second. You just said performance is the last thing you do.
The gritty of it, performance is one of the last things we figure out, right? We are core, and I think we've announced this elsewhere, we are core targeting 30 frames per second bare minimum. Like, that's the expectation. It's a first-person single-player game. You don't necessarily need that 60 frames, and that allows us to get a lot juicier with VFX and lighting and all this other stuff. So it's a trade-off we opted to make relatively early, and we're really happy with that. I mean, the game's running pretty smooth for how, you know, visually dense it is. And that was always our goal. But as far as like a greater understanding of performance spec, we're still figuring all that out. It's one of the last things you do. So, yeah.
Fair enough. Appreciate that. Maddie, any other follow-up? You could talk about this part right now, but I was curious about console performance, specifically the Series X. Can we talk frame rates at this time, or we're waiting a little?
I'm
not yet.
Probably not the best person to... Oh, sorry, talking off mic. I'm probably not the best person to talk about that. We can probably... we can probably...
Yeah, I mean, nitty-gritty of it, performance is one of the last things we figure out, right? We are core, and I think we've announced this elsewhere, we are core targeting 30 frames per second bare minimum. Like, that's the expectation. You know, it's a first-person, single-player game. You don't necessarily need that 60 frames, and that allows us to get a lot juicier with VFX and lighting and all this other stuff. So it's a trade-off we opted to make relatively early, and we're really happy with that. I mean, the game's running pretty smooth for how, you know, visually dense it is. And that was always our goal. But as far as, like, a greater understanding of performance spec, we're still figuring all that out. It's one of the last things you do. So, yeah.
Fair enough. Appreciate that.
Grinders, let me tell you something. This game looks nauseating if you're going to be playing, like, you're going to be combating like this in first person with hacks and slashes, spinning that camera around, and you don't have a performance mode. First off, he's talking about these effects and stuff and 30 frames. Look at this toxic ass that he's spraying out of his hand. Toxic booty juice. He's spraying out of his hand. It doesn't even accumulate. You would think he's talking about all these juicy effects and lighting. Dude, I don't see a lot. Oh, like, there's no, like, particle effects. Like, look at this booty juice that he's shooting out there. You know, this is Matt Booty Juice.
Great ass! You mean you changed it to the tree?
Yeah, used to be shithouse.
Like, look at this booty juice he's squeezing out of here. Like, there's no accumulation on the person. The person's glowing red. You're looking at this. He's squeezing the booty juice out. There's a little green spot here. And it goes away. Watch this green out. There's the booty juice. Oh, fades away. Fades away. These effects do not look very, like, there's not a lot of particles. Like this ice thing that she has here. The combat, like, there's no blood, dynamic blood. There's no, you know, like, look, even this, like, he's drinking the drink. There's no physics to the drink. Like, when he's, look at the drink that he drinks here. It just goes from filled to empty. The way he's talking about 30 frames, it's like, you expect to have, like, this incredible amount of detail because this is what the hell? Like, you expect to have this kind of, like, all this stuff. Now, it could fix. I got a chat summary now. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, Chris Cobra. They're squeezing out the booty juice. Like, say there's the booty juice. Who's that guy? Who's this? Yo, who's this guy? Why do I find all these things in Avowed? Who the hell? Who's this thing? Is this a statue? Or is this some, like, NPC just standing there? Who's this guy? Who this? Who's this guy? Who's this guy just standing here?
Simple as that.
Like, what is that? Who is this? Is that a companion? Who is this? Who is that? A statue? He has like exclamations coming out of his head. Who is that guy? Who is that guy?
We're streaking. We're going up through the quad to the gymnasium.
Who's streaking?
There's more coming.
Frank, get in the car.
Everybody's doing it.
Oh wait, there he is. It is a character. What is he doing? Is he having a migraine or something? Why is he standing there? That's your companion, the blue man. Is he supposed to help you or something? He's just standing there watching you like shoot your booty juice on that guy. Oh, there he is. Oh, let's hear about that juicy. Let's see juiciness.
Strange whammy.
I want to see.
What's stranger is there's not a scratch on them. No sign of what killed them. It's like every member of the expedition team just collapsed.
Looks like we passed this intellect check, so I want to select this one. They didn't get locked in here on their own. The Oracle put them here.
We're using our big brain. Gaming. Problem solving.
That's right.
Here's an idea. This temple is full of old animancy equipment.
So your NPC, remember, your character don't talk. It just stands there and makes a face.
Problem solving.
That's right.
Here's an idea. This temple is full of old animancy equipment. Could he be building a giant animat? I've heard of those, but I've never seen one. They're suits of armor brought to life by bound souls, right? The Oracle couldn't have put the expedition's souls in the statue of Aethys, right?
Let's go ask him.
You're gonna do the crack?
Try.
Oh, I can't do it either. Oh, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
Whatever the Oracle has planned for that relic, and for us, it can't be good.
What? Oh, goodness gracious. So it says, Crack Knuckles. Let's go ask him. Crack Knuckles. Meanwhile, there's no animation you cracking anything. Oh, man. Phil Spencer.
Gaming.
Juiciness. It's all the juicy.
Whatever the Oracle has planned for that relic, and
cracked the
for
knuckles.
us, it can't be good, Envoy. Aethys is a dangerous god associated with Eora's bloodiest wars, and he recently killed thousands of people in Deadfire. Now, we have a piece of him, and we're about to face a maniac who wants it desperately. Tread carefully.
I think it's like the Tropicana lady
is right
on
to
her
be
head.
concerned.
Like
He
the
thinks
Tropicana
the
lady.
Oracle might be engaging in animancy, which in the
Perfectly reasonable explanation.
Thorough in your explorations.
Who is?
Of Aethys?
I found the bodies
like the
of
Tropicana
the
lady.
expedition team in your workshop. Did you kill them?
Fruit! She has fruit on her head.
I did not expect you to be so thorough in your explorations. Nevertheless, I am impressed. As to whether I killed them, well, that is a matter of semantics. Does death occur the moment the heart ceases beating?
And people
or
talk
when the
too
soul
much.
is broken upon the wheel? In one sense, then they are quite dead. In another, they remain very much alive. In either case, they have entered a state of change, and the impetus was mine.
Let's see. It looks like we passed this perception check. You're gonna put their souls in your statue, aren't you?
Yes, you and you alone see my purpose clearly. You see, I have given them the opportunity to be part of something larger than themselves. With your help, I shall give them a new commission. To prosecute the redemption of a god.
Yo, these people talk too much and it is dull. What about the juiciness? Where's the juiciness? Your character just stands there. Dude, they're probably better just putting the choices underneath the person and just click on them. Like, why did he show you a dead-faced character just staring there without making any facial expressions, any emotions, anything, and it just has a prompt?
How do you expect to redeem Aethys?
Do you carry the relic I asked you to collect?
I do carry it.
We do.
Excellent. Right.
This time, I'll bring it up there, but next...
So this chime...
Where's the juicy? I need more juiciness. Is this juicy? Where's juiciness? I'm not seeing any juicy.
All right, so I don't see any sign of the expedition team, but what I do see are some Zorips in
Let's see the water, the juiciness of the
let's
water.
join their party. Ooh, it looks like that damage we did to the water beetle is filled up again because he's being healed by the Zorb Elder. So we're gonna need to take out that Elder right away. Yeah, burn him down with Corrosive Siphon.
Get all my health back.
Looking good. Arcane Veil's active. We're healed again. Kai's getting in the mix.
Good.
Oh, we got Bristling Frost. Excellent. So we're dealing with some accumulated.
The Matthew Blues probably has gone cold, and you made Xbox lose their way with Halo.
Did he jump up there? No.
Stinky tears and spreading blood. Trash finger strikes again.
Oh, he's so fast.
Nimble.
Yo, did that thing just like teleport?
There you
go. What prompted me to watch this gameplay is that the guy was saying the 30 frames allows them to be extra juicy. And it's the juiciness that they made a decision on to give us that juiciness. I'm not seeing any juice. The juice is not loose.
running away from us.
Did he jump up there? No.
I see people. I see no. The effects are ass.
Corrosive Siphon.
Get all my health back.
Looking
Everybody's flashing.
good.
Not in a good way.
Active.
I want to see where this little thing goes with my grinds vision.
Getting in the mix.
Good.
Oh, we got Bristling Frost.
No wounds, no gashes, nothing. Where's the juiciness? That the decision of 30 frames was there as a creative vision. This game looks like it could run higher. And it should.
Excellent.
Look, there's no gashes, there's nothing, there's no injury, there's no blood effects, there's nothing.
So we're dealing with
There's not the accumulation of blood anywhere. They flash.
Thinks he's cheeky.
Where'd he go?
He's cheeky. Here he is. Yo, this is what this effect here.
Running away from us.
Did he jump up there? No. He's... The beetle left? Yeah, the beetle's left. Little beetles.
This guy. He like teleports, right?
Oh, he's
Oh, he jumped. Okay.
so fast.
Let's watch him jump again.
Nimble.
And by the way, this game was supposed to have co-op. They took that out. Losing some of the juice. The juice, this game was supposed to have co-op.
Nice.
They're supposed to have co-op in this game. So now instead you got an AI dumb bot that follows you around. But my thing is like, just end it on, we'll decide on performance at a later time. Why do you double down and then say it's something that comes later and then say, well, it was created, it was a vision that we had to get all the juicy effects and all this other stuff. Again, not good PR, not a good foot to lean off of. And I think this game is going to be another 30 frames with no performance option on the consoles, which yet again, par for the course. And they come out with all these excuses, all these kind of like, it's vision, it's going to do this. And then they look like clowns when it comes out, when they do a 60 frames patch later on. It's just not ready. And what's crazy is that was being said after we known of the delay. The game got delayed to February, out of 2024. We should expect to have it, they said, for polishing. Polishing. It's always a polish. Delayed for polish. That's if it comes out in February. Who knows? But there it is, 30 frames. And just, oh, you really don't need it. It's a first per. I'm like, that's when you do need it. It looks very, like, it's going to be very, it's going to, I think 30 frames and running around in this hand-to-hand kind of janky, like, combat like this. I don't know, man. Look, it's frozen. It froze? Yo, did that freeze? No, that's just it. I'm like, yeah, man. I don't know. Polishing. Hey, man, I don't know. And Kingdom Come 2 comes out a few days before this. So, hey, it's saved for room. Who knows what's coming out in February? But yeah, there's their interview. Say it one more time for those in the back.
So they need that 60 frames, and that allows us to get a lot juicier with VFX and lighting and all this other stuff. So it's a trade-off we opted to make relatively early, and we're really happy with that. I mean,
so there it is. It's a trade-off. So you wanted to go over graph fidelity over performance. So keep the frame rate at 30 frames in order to do bigger fidelity. And that's, he says it's a choice. So I don't know why he's like, it's something that will evolve.
The game's running pretty smooth for how, visually dense it is. And that was always our goal.
The other thing is that, people got to play hands-on, and I don't see anybody else. Let me see something. I just want to do one search here. Just want to see something. Yep, all that stuff. See, and it begins. We just lambasted Sony about how the PR and everything ran Concord, and then there you go. Look at this. Obsidian says Avowed will run at 30 frames, and fans are not happy. It's simply inexcusable, the idea of Avowed running at 30 frames on the Xbox Series consoles. Xbox Avowed runs at 30 frames. Quote, you don't necessarily need 60 frames, says the developer. Avowed runs at 30 frames on the Xbox. Dude. More. Like, this is another PR disaster. Like, another too much was said and things are blown out of proportion. Like, shut the cog for asking that question, but the question technically shouldn't even be asked. It should just be, hey, you're getting all these modes, but because Microsoft has not been reliable in dropping performance modes and quality modes with all their games, now that question has to be asked because the expectations have been shifted. Microsoft has not delivered on performance modes at launch, after the fact. But uphill battle for Avowed. Enjoy your road to February. Yeah, what about Clockwork? That game looked good too. Is that going to be 60 frames? Who the hell knows? And that's the thing. Like, at least your competition, make sure there's performance modes in their games. True Witty with the 2, he goes, the graphics aren't up there to be 30, God of War 60. Exactly. That's what I mean. If the game looked like how Avowed initially looked like, and they're like, yo, we're focusing on atmospheric and all that other stuff, then, oh, okay, I could see, what was that, Avowed initial reveal? Or is it? That's CGI? Like, yeah, if you like, granted, this is how Avowed was initially shown. Here's the launch of Avowed.
We have always known war. You're my #1 customer. It forged our empire. Turned heroes into queens and kings. And decimated our foes. Now our oaths are lost. Forsaken. And you must face the monsters our sins have borne. Is an oath worth the weight of a crown?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, and let's put it in first person to make it look like that's the game, right?
And you must face the monsters.
Look at those spells. Juiciness. Juicy. I need more juice. And Jackie Jones, not even from you. I need more juice. This is like, and here's IGN. I finally played Avowed.
briefly stun everyone around him.
Oh,
During
Destin
that
got to play it. Oh, great. Yeah. Like the video? Dude, 30 frames. So what does Dustin say? Let's see. Dusty Bin. Obsidian doesn't miss. Oh, shit. Anybody with the frame rates? Or is he playing it on PC? Must be playing it on PC. That's the other thing. Are they playing it on PC or not? Let's look at that dungeon again. Dude, the animations of these characters, like it looks like, you know, Dollar Store Oblivion. It's like a passion project of Oblivion games. Like even that. Like look at that. Is that liquid even like from his drink? It just disappears. There it goes. Does so fast. And it like stops the game to choose the weapon wheel. Like armor's not flying off, limbs don't come off. No kind of like gouging or anything like that. Cut off their arm. Juicy. It definitely looks better than initial reveal, but look at what they showed.
Our sins have borne. Is an oath worth the weight of a crown?
What the hell's all this? What is this? What is all these caveats I see at the bottom of this thing? Whoa, wait a second. Whoa, grinders, don't go. Wait a second here.
There's only one word to describe you.
What is all this red shit at the bottom? We finally played Obsidian's RPG, Dusty Bin. So here's some Dusty Bin. Is this Dust? I gotta wait a second. What is this, these red things? Whoa.
Great Circle is coming out this December. Great Circle is coming out.
Wait a second. What is this at the bottom here? Okay, yeah, you showed this. Wait, IGN, what the? Wait a second. This is what I mean. Look at this. All right, yeah, wait. Look at all these red caveats here. Look at the first one.
All of it was provided by Microsoft, so I'm gonna have to do my best to edit this video while describing my own gameplay session.
They didn't even, they see, this is what I mean. We talk about performance. We talk about this stuff. This is what they did with Redfall. They didn't let these people capture their gameplay. Instead, they send them with a sizzle reel and they go play the game. So where they have to interpret what they played, this is not his gameplay. This is
Great Circle is coming out.
This is what I mean. This is gameplay from them. They go, they play it. They said the same shit with Redfall. Redfall, potential game of the year, but none of them were able to capture it. So there's no way of saying, hey, was it 30? They're probably not allowed to even talk about it. This is what I mean. This is what they do. I thought this was his gameplay. Nope. Gameplay provided by Microsoft, spliced together by Dusty Bin, and he then talks about what he played. Sound familiar? Sounds like somebody that we know, everybody, right? Who do we know? Where is he? Get him out of here. Where is he?
On their little gaga, my little baby little Fisher Price plastic
Hellblade, oh man, what is it?
And their killer game.
Redfall.
It's the little Animal Crossing.
Just a real quick note on this footage, all of it was provided by Microsoft, so I'm gonna have to do my best to edit this video while describing my own gameplay session, which looked really good, so I'm very confused as to why we weren't allowed to capture, but alas. My journey began.
Oh, I'm gonna have your job, shithead. I'm going downtown. I'm gonna talk to Mitch and Murray.
Great Circle is coming out this December.
Are you kidding me? Sizzle reel. All these caveats. Here we go. All captured from Microsoft. There it is. Running probably on Phil Spencer's 40,000, 5,000 series cards. But why can't we bring our own footage? You want to know why? I'll tell you why. Now we're wondering why they got hands-on of this game coming out in February, but where's JanKy Jones gameplay? Where's JanKy Jones? They can't capture their own gameplay. Listen, let me tell you something, Grinders. Let me tell you something. In a game where decisions matter, how you approach different situations, the gameplay elements, you could sneak in, you could go in as a mage, you could go in with an axe, you could go in, sneak, you could do all these different things. Choice. It's all about choice. Don't you think by having different people play the same scenarios with different approaches is a great way to demonstrate that choice? I think so. But instead, let's give everybody that played the game a nice sizzle reel grab bag of content that we captured in the best fidelity and the best frame rate possible, the best looking game, and have them use that and talk about it instead of showing what they played and showing how they approach certain situations. They did the same thing in Redfall. They flew everybody out there. They played Redfall, and then they sent them home with the sizzle reel of pre-approved Microsoft coverage. We don't know what they played. We don't know what frame rate they played. Do you remember what happened when Colt Eastwood said, "Yeah, what I played was it was janky. The frame rate was bad." He didn't say it until after Redfall was deemed a failure. He's like, "Oh yeah, what we played wasn't there, but we weren't allowed to talk about performance." Dusty is not going to talk about performance here. He's going to talk about what he played because in his little NDA, I'm sure, don't talk about performance. This is not a final build. Use the footage that we provided you and show it. This is what they do. There you go. So they played it, but they can't show what they captured, what they played.
Using two weapons, I first charged up my right-handed axe, which offers a powerful attack that inflicts frost damage accumulation to nearby enemies.
So why are you describing the gameplay here if this is not your gameplay? Dusty Bin! Dusty Bin! You didn't freeze shit. You didn't charge shit. This is not your gameplay. This was, as you stated,
which looked really good, so I have to do my best to edit this video while describing my own gameplay session and offering a compelling story based on the early slice I got to play at an Xbox event. Just a real quick note on this footage, all of it was provided by Microsoft, so I'm going
all of it.
I'm gonna have to do my best to edit this video while describing my own gameplay session
describing your own gameplay session. So why are you talking about
of the oceanic cave? I had to swim through it, only to find myself facing off against the Zara, which I probably pronounced incorrectly. But these are lizard-like creatures with your standard human weapons like swords, shields, and bows, and they make for good fodder as you learn your beginning attacks. Combat in Avowed is much better than I had anticipated. You quickly become accustomed to using flasks to regenerate not just your health, but more importantly your essence, which allows the execution of your most powerful attacks. As the barbarian, I found myself stalking spiders in the caverns and plotting my attack. To begin, I use Kai's ability Fire and Ice via the radial wheel you access by holding down the left bumper, if you're playing with a gamepad obviously. Fire and Ice sees Kai teleport to the target and then unload a powerful bullet into the spider's face. Then I command him to use his area of effect attack, Leap of Daring, that has him slam into the ground and briefly stun everyone around.
But there's more caveats in here. Let's see. There's another one here. What is this red little warning sign? Note, the provided mage footage is different build than what we had access to, but I've included it here to give you a glimpse into the class. It's a different build. Yo, these little damage control pop-ups.
A mage, which was described as the most difficult of the 3 classes available to use. Abilities for this character included an ethereal staff that you could materialize with essence, or projectiles that you could track your target with, and standard attacks that had you flicking your wand to and fro while the smaller...
Like ray tracing on. Dude, look at this. The shadow, look at... This is PC. This is the...
while the smaller spells came out of the tip, damaging your target. Additional essence abilities included a spear that was a bit faster than the staff, as you'd expect.
Let's see more of the damage control notes. What is this one?
Eventually on our journey...
Note, we were not permitted to capture this portion, so I'm using the footage from the alpha build shown in January to illustrate what was experienced. Yo.
Hold on.
Okay.
Yo.
Holy Spirit, activate. Oh no. Holy Spirit, activate.
Yo.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Listen.
Activate.
Is this... Yo. Yo, I never saw so many fucking caveats with I played a game, let me tell you about it. Yo, he is like setting this up. That's like, yo, if this game turns out to be Redfall, I had my dusty bin notes at the bottom of all the things. This is what yo. we got all this stuff. We weren't to capture this. This is from a different build. This is all provided by Microsoft. So I got to talk about what I play. Yo, we've been through this before. We've been through this before. We've heard about Microsoft events where you got to play stuff and not to show us what you played.
Redfall got a lot of hate. It's not a bad game. It's, you know, a AA game at best. I would look at it like at a 7 maybe. You know,
dude. I see all these caveats. It's like, do I need a law degree to watch this? I played a game. Let me tell you about it.
I and I would run into Cademan, a young explorer who had managed to survive the Zarup assault. His friends from the expedition...
Does he have more? Oh, shit, there's more of them?
I'm not wasting my supplies on you. I, of course...
Wait, what does that one say? This is from the alpha build shown. What else? Note, this is from the alpha build shown. Is there any more? Holy crap.
That evil?
All these legal things in
here.
here.
I look forward to doing a sane person playthrough where I don't murder everyone if I can avoid it, and a playthrough where I'm the biggest jerk possible because...
Wait a second, Dusty Bin!
Full enough. Can you really be that evil? Apparently so, and I look forward to doing a sane person playthrough where I don't murder everyone if I can avoid it, and a playthrough...
Whoa, Dusty Bin, did you forget about the coverage from Game Informer? There's no pacifist gameplay arc. There's no way to go around not killing certain people. You gotta, so I think you missed that from the coverage here. So you can't go do a gameplay That was part of the things. There's no romancing and there's no pacifist that you can't go kill people. Pacifist avowed. That was in the Game Informer interview, unless they edit it. I have it right here. Do your research, everybody. Avowed not fully embracing the pacifist route may be a blessing in disguise. Damage control again. Avowed promises an intriguing narrative story. The game may not offer a pacifist playthrough option, focusing more on combat and wide variety of weapons and skills. The exclusion of a non-violent path could lead to more focused combat design in there. And there you go. Yeah. Yes, he was describing the same exact axe effect in his thing. But there you go. That's what it says. So who knows? No romancing and so you have to kill people, but you have to do it. But I guess that we'll see when he gets it.
Where I'm the biggest jerk possible, because a sane person playthrough where I don't murder everyone if I can avoid it, and a playthrough where I'm the biggest jerk possible because, well, that's kind of where the fun lies now, isn't it? The demo ended with an encounter where we met Sargamas. Sargamas is a gold-skinned deity-like creature who sent us to find an item and return it. But like our explorer friends from earlier in the demo...
Oh, that sounds some like deep mission shit. This gold dude tells me to go find an item and return it.
Skinned deity-like creature who sent us to find an item and return it. But like our explorer
wow, that is some multi-level juicy mission structure right there. How original. How original.
Friends from earlier in the demo, there were other plans afoot, and it wasn't long until we came face to face with the skeleton boss and a pesky skeleton priest that would heal the large group of enemies we were facing off against.
There's the relic. It can't be as easy as just grabbing it, can it?
No, Kai, it apparently can't be. Once in battle and realizing I was greatly outnumbered, I ran out of the room to survey the battlefield, and after taking out a few of the lower rank and file skeletons just outside of the priest's healing aura, I identified the one thwarting my plans of murder. Can you murder a skeleton? And I turned his bones to ice and dust. Just as I had cleared the grunts, I was finally ready to take on the skeleton boss with Kai, but just as I had him on the ropes, the power in the building went out for everyone playing the demo. It's okay though.
Phil pulled the plug. He's like, no. Oh shit!
From that duty blue, coffee have gone cold, and you made Xbox lose.
I'm fucking Microsoft.
Taking tears and spreading gold, trash fingers strikes again.
What the
Yeah.
Oh shit! Get the I can play the game and the power goes out. Oh my god, this fucking Microsoft, they suck.
Taking tears and spreading gold, trash fingers strikes again.
What the fuck? They find this game's been delayed. It got pushed down. It's like we got the hands on it. The fucking power goes out.
I identified the one thwarting my plans of murder. Can you murder a skeleton? And I turned his bones to ice and dust. Just as I had cleared the grunts, I was finally ready to take on the skeleton boss with Kai, but just as I had him on the ropes, the power in the building went out for everyone playing the demo.
Just in the demo room. Just when they're about to fight the boss, the power goes out and the demo room feels like, pull the plug. run it down. Oh, fucking Chester. Oh, fucking right, so I swear. They can't even get a demo to that goddamn game.
Ready to take on the skeleton boss with Kai, but just as I had him on the ropes, the power in the building went out for everyone playing the demo. It's okay.
How convenient. How convenient. Phil, tell them what happened.
In the land of make-believe where dreams collide.
The Phil Ness anthem.
There's a man with
the Phil Ness anthem. Oh, my ears. Oh, shit.
Promising the world with every game he creates. But beneath the surface is lies away.
Hit it, Phil!
Ooh, yeah, feel mess.
Oh, shit.
Now we see through the lies, the veil is lifted high. No more morning rain.
Put the candles up for the power outage.
We all become winners. As his illusions crumble, the truth is delivered.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
He's got a groove that's hard to resist. Illness is the master. He tops the list.
Only Microsoft. Only Xbox.
Take you to a rooftop party all night. Signing your lower back, each side to side.
Oh, Phil Ness. Come on.
Party like feelings. Get down on the floor. Signing all night. We're begging for more. Switching PlayStation, the games he'll bring. But Xbox can't compete. It's just not his thing.
Oh no! We suck
Oh,
again!
my God. I had to catch my breath. Yo. I don't know who pulled the plug. It must have happened as soon as they were interviewing that guy and he said that we don't need 60 frames. Phil's like, pull it. Pull the plug. So they couldn't capture their footage. They couldn't capture their footage. They couldn't take home their own footage. They were provided footage. Dusty Bin has he has caveats all throughout his plainly avowed with all these caveats at the bottom, like footage provided. I pulled some from the alpha footage. I pulled some booty juice out of here. I pulled this, and then at the end he's like, and just when I'm about to fight the boss, the power goes out to the whole building. It's like, yo, what the fuck? Here they go.
Once in battle and realizing I was greatly outnumbered, I ran out of the room to survey the battlefield, and after taking out a few of the lower rank and file skeletons just outside of the priest's healing aura, I identified the one thwarting my plans of murder. Can you murder a skeleton? And I turned his bones to ice and dust. Just as I had cleared the grunts, I was finally ready to take on the skeleton boss with Kai, but just as I had him on the ropes, the power in the building went out for everyone playing the demo. It's okay though, because Avowed had made it to me.
Yo! What happened? That's it? Phil Ness, get your ass out there! Yo.
Who cares? I am Phil Spencer, and I am winning awards, bitch.
Oh, man. So that's it. The power went out. They're like, demo's over. Don't ask about it. See you in February. Holy shit. I didn't even know that happened. After reading all these red boxes at the end of this gameplay, of this juicy game that's running at 30 frames. I see all these things like the footage, not like,
that Avowed is feeling great.
Oh my
about
God.
the length and a combat demo on the Xbox stage that had many asking if the game was earlier in development than expected. I'm happy to report that Avowed is
Whatever your name is,
looking
get ready for the
and
big
offering a
surprise.
compelling
Welcome, Sid, to the Gaming Grindhouse.
early slice I got to play at an Xbox event. Just a real quick note on this footage, all of it was provided by Microsoft, so I'm gonna have to do my best to edit this video while describing my own gameplay set.
How it started and how it's going.
But just as I had him on the ropes, the power in the building went out for everyone playing the demo.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. Holy, this is wild. This is freaking wild. Tell us again, dude.
Juicier with VR. You know, it's a first-person single-player game. You don't necessarily need that 60 frames, and that allows us to get a lot juicier with VFX and lighting and all this other stuff. So it's a trade-off we opted to make relatively early, and we're really happy with that. I mean, the game's running pretty smooth for how, visually dense it is. And that was always our goal. But as far as like a greater...
Too juicy. Holy crap. The game crashed, dude. Oh yeah, Dusty Bin's. Yo, shout out to Dusty Bin, man. That was wild. And hey, yo, I listen. I do appreciate Dusty's transparency in his review. Didn't kind of like say that was his gameplay. I appreciate, but dude, that thing is loaded with just in case it turns into a Redfall. That preview video is loaded with just in case if this turns into a Redfall, I got my ass covered. This is not my footage. It didn't look like this. What I played seemed to be okay. Yo, but shout out to him for being transparent at least. But dude, he has a whole bunch of like just in case in that thing. Holy crap. Oh my God. And then the power went out. It's like, yep, Xbox event powers out. Phil pulled the plug. Holy shit. Juicy like a dude, those juicy, they got juicy, but dude, that doesn't look juicy. I would stay away from the word juicy with that game. And get that performance mode in there pronto, right there. Red text, exactly. Coming in hot. 2025. He did. They all got traumatized by Redfall Zero Steel. They all got to put these caveats just in case this game comes out and Phil's back on a podcast going, I don't know. The in-house reviews said it was going to be at least double digits higher than what it was. I take it on the chin. We delayed Avowed. We thought giving it some room would be better, but it just, oh man, Obsidian don't miss. I'm seeing that. I'm like, oh shit, here we go. I heard Arcane don't miss. They missed and then they got let go. Power outage. Holy shit. What a way to end it. Oh my God. But grinders, yo, shout out to everybody coming on the air. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Thank you for joining. Yes, if you're hearing this on a replay, hit that subscribe button. We're on our way to 3,000. Gonna do something special at 3,000. All the new members, welcome. There's new videos for members only. There's some songs also for the members as well. If you want to have access to all the songs and get new ones as they come out, because I've been playing them on here, but those are the old ones. There's new ones coming, about 3 a week I get out. Try to get 3 a week out. So if you want those when they come out, upgrade your membership to the Ultimate Grinder Grinds Pass, and you'll get all access to all the music in a playlist. Also, when they come out, I give them out to the Ultimate Grinders, so you get basically, content, immediate content music that's related to the news of the week going on there. So if you want to upgrade, you can upgrade to Ultimate Grinder. If you got a gift of membership, or if you just want to go to Ultimate Grinder, you can. And VIPs get access to all the member videos, and also I do have some releases. I've released some of them down there. Trickle down effect for some of the music there. And there's samples there if you want to listen to them as well for everybody at the Gaming Grindhouse. But yeah, keep it locked here, man. This show, I have a blast doing this. This is so fun. Man, some of these things, reactions wise, like just finding out these things and sharing it live, like it is crazy. Oh, just head scratches. So yeah, but we cover it all here. So timestamps will be forthcoming. I'll get them out tomorrow, timestamps. And if you can, just hit that like button and share it out. And we're going to leave you with another Gaming Grindhouse music credit roll. We always do those nice for those that stayed, because I appreciate everybody staying until the end. And give you a nice little music departure here. Let's see which one we're going to do here. It has to be one of these. Let's see. I think we'll do. Oh my goodness. I can't even get over the whole thing. We're gonna do the Phil Spencer. We do the Phil Spencer. You ship that Gaming Grindhouse music coming your way. Hit that like button. Share it out, grinders. Hit me with the music, Phil. Will you ship that Gaming Grindhouse music?
Of course, Redfall has released from Arcane Austin, and it's been a tough release week for that, coming out to low reviews and a lot of disappointment from many fans. Can you talk about that? What is your thoughts right now as we head into the first week of this game being out?
Phil Spencer, will you ship that? Sure, we'll fix it later.
And I will be updating all these grinder lists.
We'll take flight, got bugs in the system, glitches in the code, but we'll keep on playing. We'll never lose hope. We're releasing anyway, cause we know the fans will stay. Fix it later, that's our game developers' way. Game breaking bugs, we see them all, but don't worry, my friend. We'll have a ball, we'll patch it up, we'll make it fine. Our trash ad service, yes, I will ship that.
I'm upset with myself. I kind of revisit our process. I think back to the announcement of 60 frames per second, and then we weren't shipping 60 frames per second. That was kind of our punch in the chin, rightfully, a couple weeks ago.
Up in the game, feeling all the hype. Phil Spencer said, don't even worry about the games, right? Fan Fest, where you can meet me, Sarah, and Booty. Take a picture, get a tramp stamp. Forget about the games we're making. But hold up, let's take a moment. Let's step back, is this what it's come to? Just a big act, lost in the frenzy. Can't even see the truth. Phil Spencer got us fooled. They never shipping something new. They never shipping something new.
I expect not what I want, but it's ours to deliver.
Damn right.
We've seen them all, but don't worry, my friend. We'll have a ball, we'll patch it up, we'll make it fine. Our trash ad service, yes, I will ship that. Breaking bugs, we've seen them all, but don't worry, my friend. We'll have a ball, we'll patch it up, we'll make it fine. Our trash ad service, yes, I will ship that.
Thank you again, grinders. Hit that like button, share it out. Gaming Grindhouse.